And if everybody sitting here are conscious and watching the stage, can everyone in the audience put your hands together for starting this beautiful event? Thank you so much, everybody. Once again, audience, please don't mind, but can we put our hands together for all our dignitaries on the dais, please? Once again, a very, very hearty welcome to all of you all here. I hope Vizag is treating you well. And without any further ado, I would request our beloved Srimati Supriya Suri, the founder, CEF, producer, and director, to welcome this gathering. Everybody, can I have a big round of applause for her, please? Thank you so much.
Namaskaram, good evening, and a very warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to the first edition of Creative Economy Forum South. When we speak about creative economy, we must recognize that it is not just about art or culture, it is a powerful economic driver. It creates jobs and employment, contributes significantly to the national GDP, strengthens tourism, and enhances India's soft power. Most importantly, it allows us to shape our own cultural narrative through storytelling, creativity, and artistic expression. The creative economy therefore involves multiple stakeholders from skilling, entrepreneurship to tourism, arts, culture, policy, and law. India's creative economy can truly thrive only when the government and leading private players come together and engage in meaningful dialogues and collaborate. I am delighted to share that we have leading founders and entrepreneurs from the creative industry joining us today from Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Your participation is what makes the vision of building Creative South both important and relevant. Our inaugural session will begin with keynote addresses by our distinguished guest focusing on the theme, Building Creative South and why it's so relevant today. The Creative Economy Forum was started 3 years ago with a singular objective to celebrate the business of creativity and to serve as the voice of creative entrepreneurs. We all know how challenging it is to start and sustain ventures, especially in the cultural and creative sectors. Through this forum, we aim to highlight real journeys, address challenges, and amplify voices so that the path becomes easier for the next generation of creators and entrepreneurs. Our annual Delhi chapter, held every September, recognizes creative entrepreneurs from across India. Last year, we were proud to have award winners from Tamil Nadu. I invite all of you to submit your entries, and there is absolutely no cost involved. We look forward to recognizing and honoring voices from South India at our national awards called the Creative Global Voice of India Awards. I would like to sincerely thank all the speakers for joining us today. Your insights and contribution will play a vital role in shaping the future of Creative South. And lastly, most importantly, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Hanumanta Rao, Managing Director, hmtv and Hans India, for being the co-organizer and playing such a crucial role in building Creative Economy Forum South. This would have not been possible without you. With that, I would like to formally open today's dialogue, and I hope you enjoy the discussions and special programs we have curated for you this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Creative Economy Forum South.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Audience, if we can put our hands together for her insightful words. And without any further ado, the main character of today, Kushbu ma'am, Vadingala Peslam Konjam. You're surprised to see me talk in Tamil. Can I have you here, ma'am? We would love to hear you talk and inaugurate this event with your words. Ma'am, இன்னும் surprised-ஆ தான் இருக்கீங்களா நான் தமிழ் பேசுறேன்னு? I'm so glad you're here. Once again, a very, very hot. Your paper is there. Should I get it for you? Can somebody please give the paper to ma'am, please? Yeah. Thank you so much. And with that, we have Shrimati Kushbu Garu for all of us. And audience, I don't like the sad energy. I know this is a formal meeting, but you all can please make some noise since she has traveled so much for us. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hello everyone and a very good evening. Andarki namaskaram. Ungal anaivarukkum ennuடைய மாலை வணக்கம். Creative Economic Forum. I think it matters a lot to everyone who's talking about business, whether it's cinema or any other business. The minute we talk about economy, I think we all get geared up and our antennas goes up because we need to understand where we are heading, whether we are going in the right direction or the wrong direction, where we have to take a U-turn, where we need to pause, and where we need to move forward. And I think these kind of forums gives us an insightful ideas as to what needs to be done to make the economy of this country, our own personal growth, a better way to go forward. And today, I would like to thank Supriya for inviting me because very creative minds are going to be here. We're going to have a lot of discussion about different ways of growing the economics of a country and of course ourselves. Nobody wants to do a social service when it comes to business. Philanthropy can come later, only after our pockets are full. So I think the first and prime focus should be to fill our own pockets to make our dreams of making India a very, very sustainable country, standing on its own 2 feet, to make sure that we bring poverty to an end and help those who need us, who live below poverty line, or those who definitely need at least a push or a support from our ends to make their lives better. And who doesn't want to make the lives better of others? Because it gives us immense pleasure. It gives us a kind of satisfaction that I have done my bit to make someone smile. And the only way to go forward is bringing in a very, very inclusive society where we say that we all belong to one area, where we all live under one large umbrella of secularism, harmony, and unity. And I think these kind of platforms really, really help us to take it forward. It's powerful to be in a room like this, where creativity meets capital and stories meet strategy. CEF South is just not another gathering. It is a statement that South India's creative industries are no longer emerging. They are in fact leading. From cinema that breaks language barriers to music that travels from village festivals to global playlists, South India doesn't just create, it creates culture at scale. And yet, we have a real question. If our creativity is world class, why isn't our creative economy always treated that way? And that's what exactly we are going to talk about today. Money, markets, and IP, financing the future of films and music. Let's talk about money, as I said before. For too long, great ideas have struggled to find the right capital. Financing is often informal. Risk is unevenly shared, and who pays the price for it? Of course, the creators. If we want global impact, we need global trade financing. Institutional funding, private investments, smarter co-production models, and new age tools that back talents, and not just the stars we talk about. Films and music are not gambles. they are assets. Assets that can be structured, valued, and scaled. Markets. Today, a South Indian film can release worldwide in one day. A song composed in Chennai or anywhere for that matter in South can trend in Europe by evening. The market has exploded, but access remains fragmented. We need stronger distribution pipelines. When I talk about distribution, it's not about how much you play it on your personal podcast or how much you put it out on the social platforms. I think we need better export strategies, a clear roadmap to monetize across languages, platforms, and borders. Local stories deserve global pathways without losing their soul. We have some amazing talents which are unheard, unseen, or we call them unsung heroes. Right in the village, you'll find one of the best singers or the best creative minds we have never seen. But do we give them the platform to grow? Are we able to tap their talent and bring it to the front and show the world what they are made of? I think that is where we need to work properly and find a right path to take it forward. The most important pillar of all, intellectual property. IP is power, IP is ownership, IP is long-term value. In the future of films and music, who owns the IP will decide who wins. Creators must understand the value of what they create. Investors must treat IP as a growth engine, not an afterthought. And policymakers must ensure protection, clarity, and ease of enforcement. Because when IP is respected, creativity multiplies. And this is where CF South becomes critical. This forum brings together creators, financiers, policymakers, and industry leaders, not to talk in silos, but to build solutions together. CFS South is about dialogue that leads to action, collaboration that leads to policy, and vision that leads to growth. The creative South economy has enormous untapped potential, and unlocking it requires one thing above all, alignment. We all need to be on the same platform, on the same alignment. We can have different opinions, but I think what matters is we align together to take it forward. Alignment between talent and capital, between creativity and commerce, between policy and possibility. Let us imagine a future where a filmmaker in Hyderabad, a composer in Chennai, or an independent artist in Kochi has access to fair financing, strong IP protection, and global markets. A future where creativity is not constrained by lack of capital, but powered by it. CSF South is not an end of a conversation, it is indeed a beginning of a movement. Let's finance the future, let's protect creativity, and let's take the creative South economy to the world. Today is your day, this evening is yours. Let all the minds come together and make a better future for not one, but all of us who believe that the future is in our own hands and we create what we need to give to the world, not on what we do on social platforms, but in real life, in reality, in person, what difference can we make to make the society, whether it is cinema or any production house or any financing capital gains, what we are talking about, how we take it forward and make a difference. So this platform is yours. This evening, CEF forum is yours. So take it, grab it with both your hands and tell the world, here we come because we belong to tomorrow as today is ours. Thank you very much. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much, and that is an amazing, amazing speech, and that is indeed very insightful. And for that, everybody who was sitting and watching and listening, can you all put your hands together for our Kushbu ma'am, please? Thank you so much. And I know all of us are really excited for the sessions that are going to happen. So I do not want to waste one more minute of your time and begin with our very first Creative Tech Revolution session. And in the audience, if any one of you... Yes. And before we do that, I request Damodar ji to please come and speak a few words and address the evening. And for that audience, again, I would only need one thing from all of you all. Put your hands together this whole evening. Thank you so much.
A very good evening, Andy. First of all, I would like to thank Hanumantrao Garu, Supriya Garu, and all for making me part of this fantastic event. And as Kushbu Garu has said, she has said everything. And creative industry, finance, and there are few topics about AI which they have given us. I think during the session we will take it forward. Thanks once again for inviting me. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. And I request our distinguished guests to please take your seats and we will begin our session 1. And I request Damodar to please stay back, and Kushbu ma'am and Supriya ma'am to please go back and get your seats done, yes. All right, we would use some music for the fillers like this because we don't want the audience to be bored. All right, without any further ado, I was talking about technology today, right? Technology today is not replacing creativity, it is enhancing and expanding it. This session explores how AI, gaming, animation, and digital media are reshaping storytelling, production, and creative entrepreneurship. May I invite our esteemed speakers for session 1, Creative Tech Revolution, to please join us onto the stage. And for that, I would request Dr. Paki Bharani Chandra Kumar, Professor and Director of the School of Core Geetam, as the mediator, and Shri Damodar Prasad Garu, he is already on the stage, Shri Vikash Garu Vishal, and Srimati Meghna Garu and Shri Bijoy Arpita, the founder, creative executive officer, and VFX supervisor, Phantom FX. Yes. If the speakers are ready, if the moderator is ready, we would love to begin our session number 1, which is Creative Tech Revolution. And now that the speakers are all here, I will leave it to you guys. Thank you so much. And shall we begin the session by welcoming them with a warm round of applause one more time, and the session will be all yours. Thank you so much.
Good evening everyone. Good evening. Myself is Bharani Chandra. I am the director for School of Core Engineering, Geetam. And with us we have Damodar Prasad Garu, film producer, council president. We have with us Meghna, who is expert in VFX and is the co-founder for Phantom Digital. We have with Vikas Hisaria, who is the director Vishal Peripherals and Gaming. And we have with us Bijoy, who is the VFX expert and Phantom FX CEO. So first of all, I would like to thank CEF Forum, Supriya Garu, Devi Garu, and I would like to also thank Kushbu Madam to attend this event. So as Madam has already mentioned, that technology is changing how the creator thinks. Technology is not replacing the creators, but it is expanding what the creators do. So nowadays, everybody is the buzzwords in the creative media or creative technology is AI, artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is a part of everybody's life, not only in the media, whether in any of the technologies, the technological fields. The artificial intelligence supports or it enhances what we do and how we think. It will not replace the creators, but it will add or expand what the creators do. My first question goes to Damodar Garu. So what do you think, sir, how this AI or technology can help the media or the film industry in a large?
As you rightly said, maybe it would not replace, it cannot replace, theaters, but AI would definitely help creators in easing their creative inputs. Maybe for, see what happens generally is, when you do research, and when AI wasn't there, it's a lot of time taking when you do research, it takes a lot of time. Because of AI, the time has come down and the research gets easier, things get done faster. Maybe to that extent, as of now, it's good enough. And my personal opinion is, maybe it cannot take over emotions. Storytelling, emotions cannot be taken over. The human emotions are always that physical emotions, so that was my take on AI. So I think it's for good when it comes to a certain departments of the filmmaking. Definitely a good change on it.
Yes. So my next question to Meghna is the VFX. How the VFX is being used by the film industry and how the technology will support the VFX in a large.
Good evening, everyone. I am Meghna Thirumal Setti, co-founder of Little Black Star Visual Effects, and we are the first VFX studio in Andhra Pradesh. And I'm also the co-chair for AP Vaga, Andhra Pradesh's Animation, VFX and Gaming Association. So talking about how AI and technology with VFX, what I could say is that I would like to add to what Damodar Garu said. So in filmmaking, it is like, I don't say we are replacing everything with AI or AI, but in filmmaking especially, for the pre-visualization part, earlier people used to take a lot of time in sketching and so many to visualize and think on how the production has to work. But now if we look at it, most of the previs and the visualization of the director before they go to a production, AI is helping them a lot. And when it comes to AI, I don't say we are using it to the fullest even in VFX, or there are certain films released recently using AI, but it is still on human basis. AI is helping us in a certain way to, reduce the time, especially in VFX for, again, pre-visualization in VFX and certain tools we are using AI for in our pipeline and certain things. So yeah, it will never replace not anytime sooner, but that's how AI is used in VFX and filmmaking. Thank you.
Thank you, Meghna. Now my next question to Vikas. So you are into the gaming business, you are into the software and hardware peripherals. So what is your opinion about the AI in the gaming aspects, in the gaming, how the gaming industry will get benefited because of the AI?
Yeah, I am Vikas Usaria. I am director of Vishal Peripherals, and we are part of this ecosystem, which is IT hardware, and then the software starts. So AI, I can say it's a backbone for creativity, for learning now. Like when God created Earth, they were good and bad, that is Danav and Dev. So same way, creativity, this AI is somewhere, it's something like deep fake or something which is destroying this ecosystem, or something which is creating this ecosystem. So what I can say is, AI is mandatory now, and this is the new world. And somehow, if it's used in right platform, that means if you use your talent and take the support of AI, I can say it can create wonders. But if you use only AI as a talent and you become the support system, it's a disaster. So from hardware point of view, I can say we are part of Intel, AMD, NVIDIA, all those ecosystem. So we are closely working with them, and with the hardware support, with the, I can say, TOPS coming in, NPU coming in, these are delivering much faster results for the this world. Thank you.
Hi, Vijay. You have also tremendous expertise in VFX. So can you tell us a little bit how the VFX was before 5 years and currently the state of the art? What is the VFX? Before 5 years, when the AI was not being much used in the VFX.
Hello everyone, this is Bijoy Arpudraj. I am the managing director and founder of Phantom FX. Phantom is a company founded in India. Now we have offices across the world. We are in 8 countries now with employing more than 1,000 people. We have worked from the Hollywood films till, Indian films. So we've been in the industry for more than 15 years. So to answer your question, 5 years back, the technology evolves, right? So we've been seeing the evolution of technology for many decades now. So this is something, what you see AI is a big bubble that what, it was when the computers were, invented and put to use. So it's a great buzz right now, but AI is here to stay. It's going to evolve with us, like how computer changed our lives. Now everyone have a computer in your hands. So that is how AI is going to evolve with us. It is going to stay here with us, but it's going to help us grow. It is going to help us open new doors. That is what I see. Before 5 years, we've been using a lot of different softwares. Now we are using different softwares. AI is definitely contributing a lot in terms of, tools. We have developed a lot of tools. We have figured out many ways that we were spending a lot of man hours. We have completely, reduced a lot of man hours by implementing a lot of AI technology. But what I see going forward with AI is AI can always be a tool for an artist. As I always say, AI can never replace a human or our creativity, but it can always support and be a great tool for any artist, not just the visual effects or filmmakers. It can be maybe, who knows, in the very near future we might be sitting with the AI system and discussing the stories. When we do pre-production, we discuss with the directors on a room, and we might have a AI system and we'll be discussing with it. And I have seen softwares where we are uploading the scripts and it is suggesting who will be the right person to be casted in this film. And it's analyzing the story, it's pointing out what is wrong in this and what can be improved, where a director can score, and all these nuances of a script, which we might take a lot of time to analyze and come up with. It's becoming more easy with the AI, but AI is a mechanism which is trained by us. And whatever we know, AI only knows that. AI doesn't know anything more than what we doesn't know, So we have to train that. So we will be training more on the AI platforms. We will be training the AI systems, and AI will evolve with us.
Thank you. Yeah, few years back, AI or the usage of AI was not very common to many of us. But thanks to the technology, now anyone can use the AI, the prompt AI. For example, if you give a prompt in the ChatGPT or AI Gemini engine, so they provide you whatever you want, and it is easily available. Everyone can use. It is not expensive. many free tools are also available. So it is a good opportunity for the creators to use the AI to showcase their skills. Going forward, my question to Damodar Garu is, as far as the film industry is concerned, so how the India is faring as compared to our neighboring countries or to the premier European or Western countries? How the Indian film industry is comparative with our neighboring countries and to the Western countries? Maybe in the technology, usage of technology.
Indian cinema or South cinema or Indian cinema, we are not much behind the world anymore. Earlier we were about 10 years behind. They used to say we are just behind Hollywood 10 years, and now I think that gap has come down. I don't think we are in parallel with them in terms of technology, in terms of storytelling, in every manner. And we have quite a few examples past few years. And I think the South Indian film has also got an Oscar for a certain segment now. So I think we're almost parallel to them now. Yeah.
So we are almost parallel,
Yeah.
and in many other aspects, you might be ahead of them as well, maybe in certain aspects.
Say we are ahead, I don't agree to it, but yeah, I'd say parallel is a good word to use right now, as of now. Yeah.
So, to Meghna, in your field, VFX, how we are faring as compared to the competitors from other parts of the world?
I believe India already has world-class talent, and on the service field, we are on top-notch, especially in the VFX and post-production side of things. Almost all, pan-world, I can say, almost in entire world, the services for VFX and post-production, major part are done in India from the last 10-15 years. So on the service side of thing and on the talent side, India is already ahead, is what I feel. It's the right time to, now that we have to concentrate on the IP building side of things. Because we are known for services, providing services already, but building IP is something that India is looking at. But especially with films, VFX and post-production, these days I can see that even on the IP side, we are going ahead with the latest releases, especially on the content creation side with animation and VFX, these like the recent film Mahavatar Narsimha, and a lot more IPs are coming up. So we have to bridge that gap. I mean, we have to bridge it from service ecosystem to building IPs. I think then we can, as you mentioned, we can compete to the world-class ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you, Meghna. Because so you are into the softwares and hardware peripherals as well. As we need good hardware from the NVIDIA or from other agencies to build the good computers or the good hardware which can process the videos and images in a very faster time. So can you tell us where we are now? How easy is to get the computers or the hardware facility required to be used by the creative industries?
So, rightly said, we are evolving right now, and you can see the chip shortage across the globe right now. This is the real race of AI. Everyone is looking for how they can develop data centers, how they can develop AI factories, and including, I can say, Visakhapatnam. I've got one of the highest investment for data centers in India is coming to Visakhapatnam. You name whom's of in India who's investing, and why they're investing, because this is the future. Lots of things, what all we are seeing in AI, it's happening in cloud. So same way, now if you see, there used to be processor that is called CPU, then GPU came, then your NPU came, now next is TPU. So all this are very, very important, and I can say the world is evolving very, very fast. And the sooner we adapt it, the sooner we understand about it, the faster we can grow. And the world is growing very, very fast now.
Vijay, you yourself as an CEO and an entrepreneur in the creative tech domain. So, so what kind of facilities does the Indian government need to provide to encourage the entrepreneurship in creative art or creative technology?
To just put it for AI, AI is a highly power-consuming, machine power-consuming factor. So I would say that if the government give us, data centers, which allows us to train the models, because we've been doing a lot of research in AI. We have in the past 2-3 years, we have invested a lot in AI. We have developed our own, language models. It really consumes a lot of power and a lot of, machine power as well, which not everybody can afford. We are doing it in a very small way, and all the global giants are doing it in a big way, but still everybody needs that kind of, platform to train the models, and we need a great data center infra for that. So if government can invite private investors who invest on, who are ready to invest on such data centers and, set up this AI research centers, that would really be very helpful in terms of AI. And as we speak of creative economy, AI is just a small vertical. We have so many other things, so I would say how if we can invite all these filmmakers and production houses. I know Warner Brothers have come now here. Netflix has come to Hyderabad. So we can invite all these major filmmakers down here, encourage them to, make use of the technology and the technical expertise available in India. I'm bringing most of the Hollywood work from there and getting it executed in India, because it is not just because we have an affordable labor cost, but we also have a great talent pool. I've never underestimated our talent pool, and I've gone to Hollywood and I have proven ourselves that we are more than capable of what they can do. And we have acquired 2 companies which holds 4 Oscars. I'm really proud to say that here, because it really gives inspiration to others that we can, if we are very determined in what we want to do, it is really achievable. And India is no lesser than any other country. We have to just, stand proud and, put our heads high and prove others that we are no way lesser than them. So I think when it comes to AI technology, we are more than capable of what other countries are doing. We have, done a lot more stuff than what other countries are doing. So I think government is already supporting us in this regards, and setting up infrastructure and helping us out with more, machine power is what is required in terms of AI. But other than AI, we can do a lot more in the creative economy, as I said.
What is that one change you expect from the government to nurture the creators, the young creators? What is that one change? What is one expectation from the government which could support the young creators?
From the industry, we have requested the government for skill development, even in this vertical of AI. And as Kushubha mentioned, saving of IP rights of the creator, which is very important. A few months back, it has been discussed that, the films, the movies which have been produced over time, that content is going to be used for training purposes. So when they say training purposes, and it's a very broad term. So all the creators were, they have panicked about this word called training purposes, and we have been discussing with them that content we will give for training purposes, but there should be some monetization from that aspect to the creator. So all these kind of aspects we have been talking to the central government too, and I think over a period of time they should be plugged in. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, in this contest, yeah, government is also encouraging entrepreneurs by providing some kind of seed funds, including the AI, VFX, and other domains as well. But it is not much known to the young entrepreneurs how to get the funds from the government. Uh, uh, will it be useful if through this economic forum, if they could list the number of funding agencies who will support the young creators in this particular field?
That's what they should do. Means, these forums are meant for, educating or, propaganding what is available and what policies are available.
Yes.
And I think that's what should be this thing.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. So my request is to the forum is, please, if you can create a website or web page where the creative tech entrepreneurs or the young entrepreneurs can go through the website and they can find what are the fundings available or what are the schemes available for them to explore. Yeah. So Meghana, so how is your experience as an entrepreneur, and how do you correlate your expertise with the currently what you're doing?
Before getting to that question, getting back to the previous question that you asked, I think there are three critical things to deal with this. First one is that we have to concentrate, government as such has to concentrate on the skill development in this sector, be it create anything related to creative industry, be it post-production, VFX, animation or gaming, or anything related to creativity. Second thing, I see that we should support IP building, which is like creating our own content, or, for any startup who wants to create their own thing. I think government has to support with incentives, and they require government support. Third thing is bridging the gap between already existing studios and the academia. That will also help. So in regard with the same thing, AP Vaga, where I come from, Andhra Pradesh's Animation, VFX, Gaming and Comics Association, we're already closely working with the government to work on all these three factors. And I think if we can do that, that will push the limits. And coming back to my experience as an entrepreneur in the creative field, I think Andhra, especially India and the creative side, it's like great. And being an entrepreneur on this side, I am especially coming from I'm not from this background. I am a civil engineer graduate, and because of COVID, I ended up getting into the creative field. But it's been 4 years down the line. We work for almost all Indian projects. Our recent projects are OG and Kantara and so many other projects that we're working on. And I take utmost pride being part in the creative field of thing and closely working with the government and building AVGC ecosystem here. So that's, I can say that this 4 years of experience is great.
Because my question is, where do you see India after 5 years in this creative tech domain?
So India is largest consumer for our content, and might be after 5 years we might be holding lots of IPs, and we might be one of the top content creators of the world too, because India has got huge talent, and now people are getting aware, people are getting opportunity, government is creating opportunities, institutions are creating opportunities. Now if you see, go to colleges, you go to schools, they've got lots of clubs, and everywhere they are trying to find creativity. And when I've seen a student who became content creator, and suddenly he is earning in lakhs of rupee every month. So they got good hope, and this hope created lots of hope from lots of people. And then now in terms of scope also, India is getting high scope. So I see that 5 years down the line, India will not be on backstage, India will be on front foot. India will not be only following the world, India will be one among the leaders of the world who will be on the front page. Thank you.
Yeah. Bijoy, my question is, what we need to focus to grow this sector further? What we need to focus on to grow this sector further?
So as Kushbu ma'am and Meghna Garu rightly said, we should be concentrating more on creating our own IP. intellectual properties are the way forward, because that is what will help you build, more. And going forward, I'm seeing the gaming industry to be booming in a very big way in India. We are creating a lot of mobile games, a lot of, AAA games. So I'm looking into gaming as a very big sector and a great opportunity for Indians and all the students out there. There is a great opportunity for building more IP content. So anybody can become an entrepreneur. You can start small by building, small IPs. That will definitely lead you to achieve bigger things. I would say we should concentrate more on building our own intellectual properties.
Thank you, thank you. So we would like to conclude this session by saying that AI will be a part of the industry, creative industry and creative, and all of us agree that definitely we need to work on the IP part. We need to file more and more IPs to protect our innovations and the creations. So I would like to thank the HMTV and Khushbu Madam and others organizers for giving us opportunity to discuss on AI and technology for the creative art. Thank you all.
Check. Thank you so much. And that is a very insightful session. And I would request Hanumanta Rao Garu and Supriya ma'am to please join us onto the stage to felicitate our speakers. And audience, if you are enjoying, my dearest people in the audience, can you all put your hands together for the speakers? They have given us so much information on AI and what not. Thank you so much once again for coming and honoring us in this beautiful occasion and this event. Check. With that, we come to an end to this session 1, and I request everybody to please stand and get a photograph clicked. Everybody on the dais, my dearest speakers, thank you so much for coming and gracing us with your amazing time and insightful words. Thank you so much. I request everybody to please be seated. All the guests on the stage, once again, thank you very much. And yes, today is not just about insightful sessions, information, knowledge. No, we won't leave you all like that. We have Archana Prasad from FDDI to speak a few words about the next ramp walk, fashion walk that is going to happen in next 2 minutes. So if Archana Prasad is here, I request everybody to please put your hands together to welcome her onto the stage. And wherever Archana Prasad ji you are, I request you to please come. Yes. Hi. Welcome, ma'am. The mic is all yours.
A very warm good evening to one and all present here. Light. Okay, yeah.
Check.
A very warm good evening to everyone and all present here. It's my honor to introduce you to the Footwear Design and Development Institute of India, a center of excellence where creativity meets craftsmanship and innovation meets industry. Founded in 1986 under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry of the Government of India, FDDI was envisioned as a transformative force in design and technology education for the footwear and allied industry. Over the decades, it has grown into a national institute of importance, a recognition bestowed by the Government of India through the FDDI Act of 2017. We take pride in our multidisciplinary educational approach, which blends the artistry of design with the precision of modern manufacturing and the strategic thinking in the School of Fashion Design, Footwear Design, Leather Goods and Accessories, and Fashion Retailing. Today I stand before you not just to represent an institute, but to celebrate the legacy of design and creativity. The School of Fashion Design, FDDI Hyderabad, present before you a fashion walk holding the spirit of culture and tradition. Now I hand over the dais to my creative bunch of students. Thank you.
Check. ఆమె పాతది కాదు, ఆమె మన మూలాల్లో ఉన్నది. చీర కొత్త రూపాన్ని దాల్చింది, కానీ దాని ఆత్మ మాత్రం అలానే ఉంది. ఇది కేవలం డిజైన్ కాదు, ఇది నడుస్తున్న చరిత్ర. గీతల్లో సమతుల్యత, చెక్కుల్లో క్రమం, రంగుల్లో నిశ్శబ్దం. ఇది మేము తెలంగాణ నుంచి తెచ్చిన ఒక కళ, నిన్న నుంచి వచ్చిన ఈరోజు. Not night yet, not day anymore, just peace. Good evening, everyone. I'm Harshita from FDDI Hyderabad. Today, we are here to represent a craft from Telangana. In a world racing forward, some stories choose to walk, unhurried, grounded, and eternal. Tonight, we bring you a dialogue between heritage and now, between hands that remember and minds that imagine. Here, the sari changes its shape, draped into fluid dresses, structured forms, bold dresses, effortless layers. Yet, the soul remains untouched. These are the colors that not breathe, not loud, not fleeting, but confident in their calm. The collection is an ode to the artisans, to everyday's elegance, to fashion that feels real. We invite you to witness where tradition doesn't end, it evolves. This is Rupantra. Give it up for Rupantra, guys. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fashion walk begins now. Check. Well, that is Team FDDI, and that show is not over yet. It will resume in 2 minutes. And if you are enjoying yourselves so far, audience, can you all put your hands together for our beautiful models who have graced us with their beautiful costumes and walk. And what a iconic fashion ramp walk it has been now. In next 2 minutes, we will resume with another stunning round. Thank you so much. Hold back in your seats. The models will be there in 2 minutes. Check. In 3, 2, 1, our models will be there on the stage.
Taal mitrulu ki nache aage dekho bandana, twam kata
Well, did we enjoy the fashion walk? Oh my God, I see so much fashion in South Indian attires. That is a great mix match of Indo-Western looks. And without any further ado, now that we're talking about fashion, handlooms, textiles, and what not, all right then, we have the next session, and that I am most excited about tonight is Handlooms to High Streets. How innovative the name has come to, I absolutely love it. We're extremely sorry for all the delays and all the miscommunications that are happening around the stage. I please request you all to do not mind any of them. And yes, talking about fashion and talking about the next session of today, which will be handlooms and high streets, I would request the event crew to set up chairs on the stages, yes. And yeah, music for the fillers, please, thank you. The event is not over yet. We have 2 more amazing panel discussions, 1 more amazing fashion walk, and with that we will proceed to our most amazing networking dinner that we named it as. Check. Check. All right then, after that amazing fashion walk, we are moving forward with our next speaking session, which will be handlooms to high streets. And I would absolutely love to listen all of our speakers speak in this particular topic. And without any further ado, I am calling upon the speakers on the stage, Ms. Jamelia Alka Garu, Product Designer, Eco-Friends, Shri Dr. Lohit Reddy Garu, Executive Director, FDDI, Hyderabad, Shri Chalapati Rao Garu, Founder, Sankalpa Art Village. And while they are coming onto the stage, everybody in the audience, can you all put your hands together for our speakers for this amazing Handlooms to High Street session. Thank you so much. Once again, I welcome you all to this amazing sessions. I am already getting a very beautiful energy on the stage. And if it is Handlooms to High Streets is the name, then I am always so excited about it. Without any further ado, I will leave it to you guys.
Hello. Very welcome to all of you. I am Jamelia and I am the design head for Eco-Friends, a sustainable lifestyle brand. And today I'll be moderating the session for Creative Economic Forum. And I'd like to thank Supriya Suri ma'am for this wonderful opportunity and the great personalities here like Khushbu ma'am and all the dignitaries on the dais, Mr. Tej Lokesh Garu and Chalapati Rao Garu. And this evening is about how handlooms and heritage can transform our income and revenue, how it can transform the creative as well as the industrial part of the sector. And with this, I'd like to begin with a few questions. The first would be how, so the question would be for you, and what are the key aspects or the key gaps in handlooms and design as well as the market access in handlooms and this segment?
Thank you, Jamila. A good evening to all the guests. I am Executive Director of FDDI Hyderabad campus. You just saw my students do the ramp walk with Narayanpet saris, which have been modified into new silhouettes. Regarding handlooms, I believe the question is about the gaps which are there to make our handlooms go to a higher position than what they are at now in terms of financial value or other things maybe. First, we must seek truth and inquire into the truth of the matter. What is actually happening. When we confront issues with truth, then we will know the actual reality. There could be two things. One, whether there is actual demand for a certain handloom product. We must genuinely inquire into the truth of the issue. If there is no demand, like people no longer want in the same design or in the same texture, then there is no meaning in putting any amount of money into marketing, branding, government support. It will automatically die down. Then there is another category where there may be potential, or people don't know that this particular handloom product is there in this part of the country. So in such a scenario, there is meaning in intervention, or then there we can inquire into what are the possible reasons that this handloom product, in spite of its potential, is not reaching consumers, or the viewers are not getting benefited. The product is good. Then there could be an umpteen number of reasons. It is not one particular reason any point of time. Each cluster has its own strength and weaknesses. Most of the, but the primary reasons, what we found in our studies and during our inquiries, is that mostly it is related to post-production processes. Post-production means the product is ready from viewer side. After that, what happens? After that, you have to brand it, you have to market it, you have to sell it. This is the most important aspect in any business, not just handloom business. So in post-production processes, there are certain gaps. We must accept it, and then the most important gap is the marketing gap. To bridge that, we have to act with government support, private player support. Everyone has to pitch in to fill this gap. There are other gaps, quality gaps, raw material quality, or dyeing fastness, whether the dye will go away after one wash or it sticks. These are all various gaps which are there in the pre-production stage. But the most important gap is post-production marketing gap, provided there is potential in the product. If there is no potential, then there is no meaning in discussing these gaps. We should let the market take its course, and the product will automatically die down. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And truly, I agree with what sir has just spoken about. The major gap that comes from the market and the end user, or the manufacturer and the market, even being as a product designer myself, and understanding this pain point has been a very true learning for me over the past 6 years as we work mainly in textile. Then my next question goes to Mr. Chalpati Rao Garu. So what would you think would be, for a small scale industry or a small scale fashion brand to scale up into a larger high street brand without losing any authenticity or artisan identity or uniqueness of the craft?
నమస్తే అండి, నా పేరు చలపతిరావు. నేను సంకల్ప ఆర్ట్ విలేజ్ ఫౌండర్ని. మేము న్యాచురల్ కలర్ హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్, న్యాచురల్ కలర్ టాయ్స్ తయారు చేస్తాము విశాఖపట్నం నుంచి. ఇప్పుడు ప్రధానంగా మన హ్యాండ్లూమ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ ఎదుర్కొంటున్న ఇబ్బందులు ఏంటంటే, హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్కి మార్కెట్ ఉంది, కానీ దాన్ని మనం చాలా రకాలుగా పొల్యూట్ చేస్తాం. చిన్న బ్రాండ్స్ లైక్ మా బ్రాండ్స్ లాంటివి బయటకు రావడానికి మేజర్గా మన చట్టంలో హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్కి అనుకూలంగా ఉన్నా, కానీ పవర్ లూమ్స్ మనం చేయకూడన వస్త్రోత్పత్తిని పవర్ లూమ్స్ రావడం వల్ల హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్లో ఏదైనా సరే మనిషి చేతితో తయారయ్యేది ఏదైనా ఖరీదైంది. హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్లో కాస్ట్ ఎఫెక్టివ్ ఉండటం వల్ల పవర్ లూమ్స్కి వెళ్ళడం వల్ల మన హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్ దెబ్బతింటున్నాయి. దీన్ని మనం ఓవర్కమ్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. చిన్న చిన్న ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్కి, స్మాల్ స్కేల్ వచ్చేవాళ్ళకి ప్రభుత్వ సహాయం మాత్రం చాలా తక్కువగా ఉంది. మార్కెటింగ్లో కానీ లేకపోతే ఫైనాన్షియల్ అసిస్టెన్స్లో కానీ చాలా తక్కువగా ఉండటం వల్ల చాలామంది ప్రారంభ దశలోనే చాలా బ్రాండ్స్ నాకు తెలుసున్నవి కూడా ప్రారంభ దశలోనే వాళ్ళు వదిలేయటం జరిగింది. అలా కాకుండా మనం దీన్ని ఒక స్ఫూర్తిదాయకమైన ఒక ఉద్యమంలాగా తీసుకెళ్తే చిన్న చిన్న బ్రాండ్స్ అన్నీ కూడా సర్వైవ్ అవుతాయి. అంటే ప్రధానంగా వ్యవసాయ ఆధార పరిశ్రమలే భారతదేశంలో ఎక్కువ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ ఇస్తాయి. మనం వ్యవసాయం తర్వాత మనకి చేనేత తర్వాత చేతివృత్తులు, హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్ అండ్ హ్యాండ్క్రాఫ్ట్స్ చాలా పెద్ద ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ని క్రియేట్ చేస్తాయి. కానీ మనం వీటిని సరైన మార్గంలో తీసుకువెళ్ళలేకపోతున్నాం. ఎందుకంటే టెక్నాలజీకి వీటికి ఉన్నంత సపోర్ట్ని లేకపోతే డిజైన్ ఇంటర్వెన్షన్ కానీ డిజైన్ సపోర్ట్ కానీ మాలాంటి చిన్న సంస్థలకి ఉండట్లేదు. దీనివల్ల ఈ సంస్థలు పెద్ద బ్రాండ్లుగా అవతరించడానికి ఉన్న ప్రధానమైన అవరోధం ఇదని నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను. అంటే ఎక్కువ మనం దేని మీద ఫోకస్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది అంటే చిన్న సెక్టర్ని గుర్తించడం, వాటికి మనం ఫైనాన్షియల్ హెల్ప్ లేకపోతే టెక్నికల్ సపోర్టు, డిజైన్ సపోర్టు ఇస్తే కనుక ఎక్కువ మందికి ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ దీంట్లోనే ఈ రూరల్ ఎకానమీ అంతా కూడా అగ్రికల్చర్ బేస్డ్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ మీదే ఆధారపడి ఉంటుంది. దాన్ని మనం చాలా చిన్న చూపు చూస్తాము, చాలా దాన్ని తక్కువ చేసి చూస్తాము. దీన్ని మనం అధిగమించాలని నా సూచన అండి. చూస్తే చిన్న గ్రామాల్లో కూడా మనం క్లస్టర్స్ డెవలప్ చేయొచ్చు. ఆర్టిజాన్స్ యొక్క ఐడెంటిటీని కూడా మనం కాపాడవచ్చు. గొప్ప ఆర్టిజాన్స్ ఉంటారు. వాళ్ళకి ఏ విధమైన ప్రోత్సాహం కానీ సమాజంలో గుర్తింపు కానీ ఉండకపోవడం వల్లే ఇప్పుడు ఈ చేనేత లాంటివి తగ్గిపోవడానికి ఒక ప్రధానమైన కారణం అన్నమాట. దీన్ని దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని మన రూరల్ ఎంపవర్మెంట్, రూరల్ ఎకానమీని మనం డెవలప్ చేయడానికి ఖచ్చితంగా దృష్టి పెట్టాలి. వాళ్ళకి డిజైన్ సపోర్ట్ కానీ ఫైనాన్షియల్ సపోర్ట్ కానీ ఇస్తే మంచి బ్రాండ్స్ అవుతాయి. అలాగే ఆర్టిజన్స్ కూడా మంచి గుర్తింపు వస్తుందని నా అభిప్రాయం అండి.
That's a wonderful insight, sir. As a designer and as an entrepreneur, I truly believe that small scale industries, చిన్న డిజైన్ బ్రాండ్స్ దగ్గర నుంచి ఎలా అయితే పెద్ద హై స్ట్రీట్ బిజినెసెస్గా గ్రో అవుతున్నాయో, ఇప్పుడు మనం చూస్తున్న ఇండియన్ హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్ అన్నీ ప్రపంచ దేశాలన్నీ చూస్తున్నాం. దే టేక్ ప్రైడ్ ఇన్ అవర్ క్రాఫ్ట్, దే వాల్యూ అవర్ హెరిటేజ్ more than their own culture. So let us also try to bring that legacy, that pride into our own crafts, our own craftsmen, our own artists, which will give them the token to move forward, go with the talent that we have. Indaka session lo manam discuss cheskunna edaithe IP undo, every artisan or a crafts person can have their own intellectual property rights, where they can take their own designs and be proud of it and showcase it to the entire world. I truly believe your words, sir. And this might be a very personal question, being a designer, and now that I've witnessed the walk just now, seeing Narayanpet saris being draped so gracefully. So how do you even motivate students into such kind of creative endeavors, or even to stick to our cultures, our roots? Because fashion is about everything. Fashion is about being fast, being sometimes culturally irrelevant, but how are we bringing them back to our roots, sir?
Cultural values cannot be taught solely in classrooms. మనం అనుకుంటాము క్లాస్ రూమ్స్లో కొన్ని సబ్జెక్ట్స్ పెట్టేసి నేర్పించేద్దాం మళ్ళీ మన వాళ్ళకని, బట్ దట్ డజంట్ హ్యాపెన్. నేను కేరళ కేడర్లో ఉన్నాను. కేరళలో 10 ఏళ్ళు పనిచేశానండి. నా 25 years ఇక్కడే ఆంధ్రాలో హైదరాబాద్లో చదివాను, ఉస్మానియా మెడికల్ కాలేజ్లో. నేను ఎప్పుడూ పంచ కట్టుకోలేదు. కేరళ వెళ్ళిన తర్వాత ఎవ్రీ వెడ్నెస్డే గవర్నమెంట్ ఎంప్లాయీస్ ఆర్ సపోజ్ టు వేర్ ముండు అంటే పంచ. నేను 10 ఏళ్ళు కంటిన్యూస్గా కట్టుకున్నాను. ఎందుకంటే అందరు ఆఫీస్లో కూడా కట్టుకొని తిరుగుతూ ఉంటారు అనమాట. సో ఇది ఒక ఆస్పెక్ట్, చిన్న ఆస్పెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ హౌ Kerala society, which I was fortunate to work in for 10 years, how they are preserving their cultural values. Simple, పంచ కట్టుకొని తిరుగుతుంటే ఏదో ఒక ఫీలింగ్ అనమాట అది. సో బట్ నందలెస్ వాల్యూస్ అనేవి ఇంట్లో స్టార్ట్ అవుతాయి. మన కల్చరల్ వాల్యూస్ ప్రొటెక్ట్ చేసుకోవడం ఇవన్నీ మనం చేసి చూపిస్తేనే మన పిల్లలు నేర్చుకుంటారు. నందలెస్ కరికులంలో డెఫినెట్గా క్రాఫ్ట్ క్లస్టర్ స్టడీస్ అని FDDAలోనే కాదు, నిఫ్లోను ఐఎమ్ ఆల్సో హెడింగ్ నేషనల్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ ఆఫ్ డిజైన్ అమరావతి. దాంట్లో కూడా క్రాఫ్ట్ క్లస్టర్ స్టడీస్ డెఫినెట్లీ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ కరికులం ఇప్పుడు. సో పిల్లలంతా ఏదో ఒక క్రాఫ్ట్ క్లస్టర్ వెళ్ళి అక్కడ ప్రాసెసెస్ ఏంటి, డిజైన్ ఇంటర్వెన్షన్స్ ఏమేమి చేయొచ్చు ఇవన్నీ చదువుకొని డాక్యుమెంట్ చేసి ప్రజెంట్ కూడా చేస్తారు. ఆ వర్క్లో భాగమే ఇది మా ఈ నారాయణపేట శారీస్ కానీ నెక్స్ట్ వచ్చే కలెక్షన్ మీద పిల్లలు చేసిన డిఫరెంట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ డ్రేపింగ్ కానీ డిఫరెంట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ప్రోడక్ట్స్ కానీ. సో దట్ ఈస్ మై వ్యూ.
Your words reflect in your work, sir. It's beautifully shown work. And I would like to ask Chalpati Rao garu, mana అంటే ఇలాంటి క్లస్టర్స్ కానీ ఆర్ హ్యాండ్లూమ్ సెక్టర్ కానీ దీన్ని మనం ఇయర్ లాంగ్ అంటే జనరల్గా హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్ చూసుకుంటే ఆర్ కాటన్ కానీ సిల్క్స్ కానీ వి సీ ఇట్ యాజ్ అ వెరీ సీజనల్ థింగ్. కాటన్ సమ్మర్లో వేసుకోవాలి, లేదా సిల్క్ డ్యూరింగ్ దివాలి. సో హౌ ఆర్ వీ ట్రయింగ్ టు మేక్ ఇట్ అన్ ఆల్ సీజన్ ఆర్ హ్యాండ్లూమ్ అనే దాన్ని ఆల్ ఇయర్ రౌండ్ ఎలా మనం దాన్ని ప్రమోట్ చేయగలుగుతాం, ఆర్ వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ అంటే స్టెప్స్ దట్ వీ కెన్ టేక్ టువర్డ్స్ ఇట్, సార్?
అంటే మామూలుగా ఫైబర్స్లో మనం యూజ్ చేసే ఫైబర్స్లో ఒక్క కాటన్ ఒక్కటే మనుషులకి యాప్ట్గా ఉండే ఫైబర్ కనుక మనం దీన్ని అన్ని కాలాల్లో కట్టుకునేలా చేయాలంటే ఫైబర్ని బ్లెండ్ చేయాలి. బ్లెండ్ ఫైబర్ కాటన్ విత్ జూట్, కాటన్ విత్ సిల్క్ ఇలా చేసినప్పుడు ఏంటంటే ఇది అన్ని కాలాల్లోనే కట్టుకోవడానికి మనం సీజనల్గా కాకుండా ఉంటుంది. ఈ ప్రయత్నం చేస్తే బాగుంటుంది. అలాగే డిజైన్స్లో కాటన్ని కూడా మనం శీతాకాలం కట్టుకునేలాగా లేకపోతే వర్షాకాలం కట్టుకునేలాగా, అంటే జనరల్గా కాటన్ ఏ కాలంలో అయినా కట్టుకోవచ్చు. మనకుండే ఒక అపోహ ఏంటంటే సమ్మర్లో కట్టుకోవాలి అనే ఒక అపోహ. ఎందుకంటే కాటన్ అనేది చెమట పీలుస్తుంది. మనిషికి బట్ట ఎందుకు ఉంటుంది? మానవ నాగరికత పరిణామ క్రమంలో మనిషిని సురక్షితంగా ఉంచడానికి ఒక బట్ట ఒక సాధనం అన్నమాట. దాన్ని మనం ఏం చేసాం, దాన్ని రకరకాలుగా మార్చామనుకోండి. మార్చినప్పటికీ ఖచ్చితంగా మన అంటే కాటన్ అనేది మస్ట్గా ఫ్యాబ్రిక్లో ఉంటూనే మరి మనిషి శరీరానికి ఆరోగ్యాన్ని ఇవ్వడానికి పనికొస్తుంది. కనుక ఇలాంటి బ్లెండింగ్ మన కాటన్ని సిల్క్తో కానీ, కాటన్ని ఊల్తో కానీ, లేకపోతే కాటన్ని మన హెంప్తో కానీ, కాటన్ని ఇలా బ్లెండ్ చేయడం ద్వారా మన ఇది ఇంకా జనపనారతో కానీ లేకపోతే బనానా ఫైబర్తో కానీ మనం బ్లెండ్ చేసి వస్త్రాలు తయారు చేయడం ద్వారా మనం హ్యాండ్లూమ్స్ని కాపాడుకోవచ్చు. ఆ తర్వాత ఈ కొత్త అన్ని సీజన్స్కి హ్యాండ్లూమ్ ఉపయోగపడేలాగా మనం మార్చొచ్చు అనమాట. ఇప్పుడు చాలామంది ఇలాంటి ప్రయోగాలు చేస్తున్నారు, కానీ ఈ చిన్న స్కేల్లో చేస్తున్నారు. కాస్త పెద్ద స్కేల్లో చేయడానికి ప్రభుత్వం సపోర్ట్ చేస్తే అవి బాగా నిలబడతాయి అనేది నా అభిప్రాయం అండి.
That's a great insight, sir. Cotton blending with other natural fibers might be not a seasonal thing. It could be used, handloom could be used in all year-round fabric. This brings me to an experience of my own. Sankalpa and Eco Friends being a sustainable lifestyle brands, we recently designed a hemp cotton sari, which is one of a kind in India, the first time in India where hemp sari is being made. This is still in the sampling stages, where we do natural dye for the sari and would be presented for inspection. So this changes are happening slowly but surely, And one more question to Mr. Tej, sir. The students that are part of FDDI, are they being trained in different skill sets, like as you mentioned, different dyeing techniques, or are they adapting to different craft clusters they're visiting, sir?
Yes, we are training them in various skill sets, and foundation level we teach them foundational skills like drawing, observational drawing, few CAD CAM latest software tools. Then when they go to second and third years, they learn the core subject skills relating to either footwear or fashion or leather product design, whichever course they are opting for. And in that subset of skills, there are many things to be covered, but we try to cover the most important things like pattern making, how to use dyeing and printing also. Definitely we are covering in masters, as well as some level we are covering in BDS, Bachelor of Design course. Plus most of the along with most of the subjects being practical oriented, we also send our students to internship in the last final semester to any studio in Hyderabad or any location they prefer, so that real world learning they have, along with 2-3 other internships in summer or winter breaks in the first 3 years. Final year, last semester is exclusively reserved for internship. This is the same across all national institutions. So this will ensure that our student knows what the industry wants. Industry need not necessarily be big industry. They go to simple studios or craft clusters also. They sometimes do a research project. So they try to go as per their interest. So that's how we are trying to improve the skills of the students, and we hope that our students will serve the nation.
That I can attest to, because we as a small brand, a lot of students are visiting us so that they can understand, because institutions such as FDDI and NID, NIFT, they're taking that initiative to bring students to the craftsperson, or to witness the real-time understanding of natural fibers, dyes, and different kinds of weaves. This is giving them real-time understanding into what goes into fashion, because fashion is nothing without its raw material, nothing without textile. So it's a commendable work from you, sir. One more question for Chalpati Rao garu. As we've discussed, what changes can dyes or colors bring to handloom sector? What kind of impact can they create, sir?
బట్టలు మనం ఎలా వేసుకుంటామో, మనం వేసుకునే కలర్స్ కూడా మన శరీరం మీద, మన ఆరోగ్యం మీద చాలా ప్రభావం చూపుతాయి. మనుషుల్లో వచ్చే చాలా స్కిన్ క్యాన్సర్స్, బ్రెస్ట్ క్యాన్సర్స్ కలర్ వల్ల వస్తాయనేది ఒక శాస్త్రీయ పరిశోధన. అందుకని మనం న్యాచురల్ కలర్సే వాడతాం. న్యాచురల్ కలర్స్ మనకి 1950కి ముందు భారతదేశం న్యాచురల్ కలర్స్ రిచ్గా ఉండేది. మీరు ఇక్కడ దగ్గరలో మాకు టెంపుల్ ఉంది, శ్రీకూర్మం అని, అలాగే ఎల్లోరా కేవ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. వీటిలో న్యాచురల్ కలర్ తోటి వేసిన బొమ్మలు క్రీస్తు శకం 5వ శతాబ్దం నుంచి, లేకపోతే క్రీస్తు శకం 6వ శతాబ్దంలో వేసిన బొమ్మలు ఇప్పటికీ ఫ్రెష్గా వేసినట్టు ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. అంటే కలర్ కోడ్ అనేది, మన ఇండియన్ న్యాచురల్ కలర్ కోడ్ అనేది ఎక్సలెంట్ కలర్ కోడ్ ఉండేది. మనం దాని అంతటి ఆ సంపదనంతా కోల్పోయాం. అందువల్ల ఏంటంటే మళ్ళీ మనం ఈ కెమికల్ కలర్స్ నుంచి బయటపడటం, ఈ న్యాచురల్ కలర్స్ని మనం కొత్తగా మనం కూడబలుకోవడం, లేకపోతే మన దగ్గర ఉన్న యాన్షియంట్ గ్రంథాల్లోంచి, బుక్స్లోంచి, వాటిలోంచి రీకలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవడం ఒకటి ప్రధానంగా చేయాలి. అసలు ఈ కలర్లోనే చాలా ఎక్కువ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఉన్నాయి మనకి. కలర్, మేము న్యాచురల్ కలర్స్ డై చేస్తాం కదా, మమ్మల్ని చాలామంది న్యాచురల్ కలర్స్ అడుగుతూ ఉంటారనమాట. న్యాచురల్ కలర్స్ ఇండియాలో ఎక్కడ మీకు అంటే ఫ్యాబ్రిక్ డై ఎక్కడ ప్రత్యేకంగా దొరకదు. అలాంటి ఆపర్చునిటీస్ కనుక మన స్టూడెంట్స్, మన కొత్తగా వచ్చే ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్ అందిపుచ్చుకుంటే చాలా పెద్ద మార్కెట్, హ్యూజ్ మార్కెట్. ఇప్పటికీ న్యాచురల్ కలర్స్ మనం ఈ గోడలకి, ఈ బిల్డింగ్ ఇండస్ట్రీలో వాడే న్యాచురల్ కలర్స్ అన్నీ అమెరికా నుంచి అక్కడ నుంచి ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. ఆ గ్యాప్ చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉంది. ఇప్పుడిప్పుడే కొత్తగా ఎమర్జ్ అవుతున్న సెక్టర్ అనమాట న్యాచురల్ కలర్స్ అనేది. ఫ్యాబ్రిక్లో చాలా తక్కువ మంది దీన్ని ట్రై చేస్తున్నారు. ఈ సెక్టర్ని కనుక మనం డెవలప్ చేసుకుంటే చాలా ఎక్కువ మందికి, అంటే వేలాది మందికి, లక్షలాది మందికి ఈ సెక్టర్లో మనం ఉపాధి ఇవ్వచ్చు. అంటే మన థింకింగ్లో కూడా కొంత మార్పు రావాలని నేను అనుకుంటాను. ఎలా అంటే ఎక్కడో విదేశంలో ఉండే ఫ్యాక్టరీ వద్దు, లక్షల కోట్లు నువ్వు ఇక్కడ తీసుకొచ్చి ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేయంటారు తప్ప ఇక్కడున్న ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్ని, మన ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్ని, లోకల్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్ని అసలు కనీసం లోన్కి వెళ్ళినా కూడా బ్యాంక్ డినై చేస్తాడు. ఇది ఒక చాలా, అంటే వాళ్ళకి విదేశాల నుంచి వచ్చిన కంపెనీలకేమో వాళ్ళకి ల్యాండ్ ఇస్తారు, వాటర్ ఇస్తారు, ఫ్రీ ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ ఇస్తారు. మన లోకల్ ఇండస్ట్రీని మనం డెవలప్ చేయం. ఇది పోతే ఇలాంటి ఆలోచనతోటి మన లోకల్ క్రాఫ్ట్, లోకల్ ఇండస్ట్రీ, లోకల్ ఫ్యాబ్రిక్, లోకల్ కలర్స్ అనే దాని మీద మనం వర్క్ చేస్తే గ్రామాల్లోనే మనం వేలాది మందికి ఉపాధి ఇవ్వచ్చు అనేది నా అభిప్రాయం అండి.
Thank you so much, sir. And to conclude the panel, I'd like to add to Chalpati Rao Garu's dialogue. And there is this brand called 1111 who is doing natural indigo revival. And they just made an outfit for Brad Pitt, which he wore on the world cinema stage. And everybody talked about it after when he wore it. So it's a Gujarat craft, and the conversations went wild. So I believe there's huge potential, there's huge gaps that are being implemented that can be enforced in different segments, and where we can improve our handloom sector to transform our economies. So I thank again Supriya ma'am for this opportunity, and Tej Lokesh sir and Chalpati Rao Garu for this beautiful evening, and for the wonderful dialogue that we've had on handlooms and changing the economies. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. That is indeed a very insightful session. Now I request Supriya Garu and Hanumanta Rao Garu to please come and felicitate the speakers on the stage. And audience, if you enjoyed the session, can we please give a big round of applause for our speakers on the stage, please? Thank you. Thank you once again for joining us this evening. Thank you so very much. All right then, we have had discussions about fashion, about AI, and what can be next spoken about is how and why we have to do it all, and how much money, marketing and IP is required to do all of this. So moving forward to the next session, it will be addressed, and we are calling upon the stage the speakers of the next session, Money, Markets and IP, Srimati Supriya Suri, founder, CEF, Srimati Kushbu Sundar Garu, Indian politician, actress, film producer, Srimati Kuku Parameshwaram, actress, and Srimati Satya Reddy Garu, filmmaker, Shri Sridhar J. Swaminathan, Secretary of ISIMCA. I request everybody to please put your hands together to all our esteemed speakers of this particular segment in our event. And I also request Damodar Garu to please join us in this panel as well. All right then, The real conversations about money, markets, and IP is going to happen now, and I am equally excited as you all are. So I do not want to waste one more minute on this precious stage. I will leave it to the speakers on the stage. Thank you so very much, everybody. And can you all please put your hands together to everybody on the stage? The energy is so low, people will not even willing. Andaru, Telugu lena andaru. Most of you all are Telugu, no? Please, మన ఆంధ్ర స్టైల్, వైజాగ్ స్టైల్ లవ్ చూపిస్తే మాట్లాడతారు. Everybody put your hands together for our speakers on the stage. I like the energy now. Koncham, I know I'll send you guys to dinner soon, but please listen to whatever they're saying. It is going to be very, very insightful. Thank you once again. I am leaving the sessions to the speakers. Thank you.
Hello. Good evening to you all. Thank you, Supriya Suri Madam, Creative Academic Forum, and Andhra Garu of hmtv for making this panel to happen. So, except me, all other people are known to the public. So, I am Sridhar from Chennai, from music industry with about 4 decades of experience, right? I would like to have the sessions on. So I'm going to have one question. You can answer all your points. I will also add my points on the viewpoints, right? So going forward, what is the biggest business shift in films and music that creators must adapt today? From Satya Garu.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. భారతదేశ చలనచిత్ర పరిశ్రమకి సంగీతం అనేది మ్యూజిక్ ద్వారా నిర్మాతలకి చాలా రెవెన్యూ వస్తుంటుంది. అది గత 75 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి నిర్మాతకు వచ్చే ప్రధానమైన ఆదాయంలో అగ్రభాగాన్ని నిలబడుతుంది. ప్రొడ్యూసర్ ఒక డైరెక్టర్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకొని ఒక హీరోని అనౌన్స్ చేసి ఒక మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్ని అనుకోగానే ఆడియో కంపెనీస్ నుంచి డబ్బులు అడ్వాన్స్ రూపంలో ఒక అమౌంట్ అనుకొని ప్రొడ్యూసర్కి వచ్చే ఆదాయ వనరుల్లో ముఖ్యమైనది మ్యూజిక్. అలానే పాత రోజుల్లో గ్రామ్ఫోన్ రికార్డుల ద్వారా, తర్వాత ఆడియో క్యాసెట్ల ద్వారా, సీడీల ద్వారా, డివిడీల ద్వారా, ఇప్పుడు యూట్యూబ్స్ ద్వారా అనే ఓటీటీ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్ ద్వారా కూడా నిర్మాతకి ఆదాయ వనరులు వస్తున్నాయి. కొన్ని మిస్టేక్స్ ఇప్పుడు వస్తున్న కొత్త టాలెంట్ని గుర్తించక బ్రాండ్ నేమ్ ఉన్న మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్ని, లిరిక్ రైటర్స్ని చాలా పెద్ద అమౌంట్లు ఇచ్చి పాట రాయటానికి బ్యాంకాక్, దుబాయ్ తీసుకెళ్తున్నారు. ఆ పాట రికార్డ్ చేయటానికి లండన్, అమెరికా వెళ్తున్నారు. అయినా ఆ పాట సక్సెస్ అయ్యి ఎన్ని మిలియన్ వ్యూస్ వస్తుంది, థియేటర్లో ఆ పాట ఎంత రెవెన్యూ తెస్తుందనేది ఆలోచించటం లేదు. ప్రముఖ మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్ కోట్ల రూపాయలు రెమ్యూనరేషన్ తీసుకునే మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్ ఒక లిరిక్ రైటర్ తోటి పాట రాయిస్తే సూపర్ హిట్ అనుకున్న సినిమాకి ప్రజెంట్ నడుస్తుంది. ఆ హీరో పేరు కానీ ఆ మ్యూజిక్ డైరెక్టర్ పేరు కానీ అనొద్దు. 115 నుంచి 120 మిలియన్ల వ్యూస్ వచ్చినాయి. బయట సోషల్ మీడియాని బేస్ చేసుకుని ఆ పాట హిట్ అయింది అని కూడా చెప్పొచ్చు. దానికంటే చిన్న కుర్రోళ్ళు, టీనేజీ కుర్రోళ్ళు, రాము రాథోడ్ అనే చిన్న పిల్లోడు ఎక్కడ ట్రైనింగ్ తీసుకోలేదు, రాను నేను ముంబైకి రాను అని చిన్న ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్ పెట్టి ఇందిరానగర్లోనో కృష్ణానగర్లోనో ఆ పాట రికార్డ్ చేస్తే 780 మిలియన్ యూస్ వచ్చి కోట్ల రూపాయల ఆదాయం వచ్చింది. అలానే మోహనా భోగవల్లి అనే ఒక సింగర్ బుల్లెట్ బండెక్కి వస్తబా అనే పాట ఎన్ని మిలియన్లు వెళ్ళిందో. భారతదేశంలోనే కాదు, తెలుగు వాళ్ళు ఎక్కడున్నా కూడా ఈ రెండు పాటల్ని ఎంత ఆదరిస్తున్నారు, నిర్మాతకి ఎంత రెవెన్యూ వస్తుంది అని ఆలోచించి, టాలెంట్ ఉంటే ఎవరినైనా కూడా నిర్మాతలు తీసుకొని ఆ టాలెంట్ని ఎంకరేజ్ చేస్తే బడ్జెట్ తగ్గుద్ది, సినిమా హిట్ అయ్యిద్ది, రెవెన్యూ పెరుగుద్ది. ఇవన్నీ కూడా సినిమా సక్సెస్ కావటానికి, నిర్మాతకి ప్రాఫిట్ రావటానికి చాలా దోహదపడతాయి. అలానే పాత రోజుల్లో మహానుభావుడు గద్దర్ అనే ప్రజా వాగ్గేయకారుడు, ఈరోజు ఆయన జయంతి కూడా. ఆయన ఏ చెట్టు కిందనో చిన్న కాఫీ హోటల్ దగ్గర కూర్చొని సిత్తుగాయితం మీద ఒక పాట రాస్తే ఆ రోజున్న గ్రామ్ఫోన్ రికార్డులు, ఆడియో క్యాసెట్ల ద్వారా కోట్లాది రూపాయలు రెవెన్యూ వచ్చేది. ఆ రోజుల్లోనే కోట్ల మందికి ఆ పాటలు చేరాయి. సంగీతానికి, సాహిత్యానికి పెద్ద స్థాయిలో ఉంటేనో, దుబాయ్లో కూర్చోనో, బ్యాంకాక్లో కూర్చోనో పాటలు రాస్తేనో, లండన్లో, అమెరికాలో రికార్డ్ చేస్తేనో హిట్ అయిద్దని లేదు. టాలెంట్ ఉండోడు చెట్టు కింద కూర్చున్నా, ఎక్కడ ట్రైనింగ్ తీసుకోపోయినా ప్రజలు ఆదరిస్తారు. దాన్ని నిర్మాతలందరూ గుర్తించాలి. ఆదాయ మార్గాలుగా ఉంటుంది. మా ఫిల్మ్ ఛాంబర్ పెద్దలు, మా అన్నయ్య దాము గారు కూడా ఎప్పుడు ఖర్చు పెట్టొద్దని మాలాంటి నిర్మాతలకు చెప్తుంటాడు, వేస్ట్ ఖర్చులు వద్దని చెప్తుంటాడు. ఆయన ఇక్కడే కాదు, ఫిల్మ్ ఛాంబర్లో కూడా 2 దశాబ్దాల నుంచి ఆయన సేవలు అందిస్తున్నాడు. వేస్ట్ ఖర్చు వద్దనేది ప్రొడ్యూసర్ని ఇంకా గట్టిగా స్వతంత్రం ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి అరిసల్లా చెప్తుంటాడు. ఇవన్నీ నిర్మాతలు పరిగణలోకి తీసుకొని తెలుగు ఇండస్ట్రీలో సక్సెస్ అయితే సౌత్ ఇండియాలో సక్సెస్ అయినట్టే. సౌత్ ఇండియాలోనే ఇప్పుడు హాలీవుడ్ దాకా వెళ్ళిపోయింది. నేను కూడా కింగ్ బుద్ధ అనే హాలీవుడ్లో ఒక సినిమాని తీస్తున్నాను, అమెరికాలో లాంచ్ చేశాను. ప్రపంచ స్థాయిలో దక్షిణ భారతదేశ సినిమాలు, తెలుగు సినిమాలు ఇన్కమ్ తెచ్చి పెడుతున్నాయి. వాటినన్నీ పరిగణలోకి తీసుకొని ఎక్స్పెండిచర్ వేస్ట్ చేయకుండా టాలెంట్ని, ముఖ్యంగా లోకల్ టాలెంట్ని, ఇంకా చెప్పాలంటే తెలుగు వాళ్ళని కూడా ఎంకరేజ్ చేయాలని ఇంత మంచి కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఏర్పాటు చేసిన హెన్స్ ఇండియా, హెచ్ఎంటీవీ వారికి, సుప్రియా సూర్య గారికి, హాజరైన ఖుష్బూ గారికి, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న పెద్దలందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను. నా పేరు సత్యారెడ్డి, ఫిల్మ్ డైరెక్టర్, ప్రొడ్యూసర్, ఆర్టిస్ట్, రైటర్, సింగర్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ అండి, వెరీ గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్. నా పేరు దామోదర్ ప్రసాద్ అండ్ బేసిక్లీ ఐఎమ్ ఏ ప్రొడ్యూసర్ అండ్ వీఆర్ ఇన్ బిజినెస్ ఫర్ ఇన్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ఫర్ పాస్ట్ 50 years. ఫ్యామిలీ has been there for past 50 years. Present నేను తెలుగు ఫిల్మ్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్ కౌన్సిల్ ప్రెసిడెంట్ని and till last month I was the secretary for Telugu Film Chamber of Commerce, which is a mother body of the industry. This is my brief introduction. So business shift అని అన్నారు శ్రీనివాస్ గారు. గత most probably the major shift which we have been seeing is from the COVID times. కోవిడ్ టైం నుంచి కూడా మేజర్ షిఫ్ట్ అనేది బిజినెస్లో, ఈ పర్టికులర్ ఎంటర్టైన్మెంట్ బిజినెస్లో చూస్తున్నాం. అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ఎంట్రీ ఆఫ్ ఓటీటీ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్ ఆల్సో at that point of time. And ఒక ప్రొడ్యూసర్గా ఇంతకుముందు మా ఎర్లియర్ మాకు ఓన్లీ రెవెన్యూ సోర్స్ వాజ్ ఏ థియేట్రికల్, అంటే థియేటర్లో సినిమా రిలీజ్ చేస్తే దాని ద్వారా వచ్చే ఇన్కమ్ వాజ్ ద ఓన్లీ రెవెన్యూ. ఓవర్ ఎ పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ శాటిలైట్ అని వచ్చింది, సో దట్ వాజ్ వన్ వర్టికల్. And audio rights were always a vertical, and now OTT has become one of the major verticals after COVID. So ఇది మంచిదా చెడ్డదా అంటే I still believe a theatrical experience is always the best experience for a film. But having said that, ఇవాళ రోజున ఇప్పుడు హై బడ్జెట్ ఫిల్మ్ అంటారు, విచ్ టెక్నికలీ హై క్వాలిటీ ఉండి చేస్తున్నారు. అండ్ దట్స్ డెఫినెట్లీ ఫర్ ఎ అది థియేటర్ల ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ కంపల్సరీ అవుతుంది. అట్లాగే లో బడ్జెట్ ఫిల్మ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, వేర్ దే ఆర్ వెరీ రిచ్ ఇన్ కంటెంట్. దానికేమో ఓటీటీ ఈస్ బికమ్ ఏ మేజర్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ సఫరింగ్ బిట్వీన్ ఈస్ ఏ మిడ్ బడ్జెట్ ఫిల్మ్. మిడ్ బడ్జెట్ ఫిల్మ్స్ దే ఆర్ హ్యాంగింగ్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ మాట. They are neither there for theatrical nor for OTT. That's because of the kind of placement of the budget. For example, అదొక 100 కోట్ల సినిమా థియేట్రికల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ కోసం డెఫినెట్గా థియేట్రికల్ చూస్తారు. ఒక 10 కోట్ల లోపు తీసిన సినిమాని ఓటీటీకి కంటెంట్ రిచ్గా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి ఓటీటీ ఇస్ యాక్సెప్టింగ్. బట్ ఫిల్మ్స్ విచ్ ఆర్ మేడ్ విత్ 20-25 crores విచ్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ మిడ్ బడ్జెట్ ఫిల్మ్స్, దే ఆర్ స్టక్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్. దే ఆర్ నైదర్ ఫర్ థియేట్రికల్ నార్ ద ఓటీటీ యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ. సో ఇట్లాంటి షిఫ్ట్లు చాలా జరిగినాయి when it comes to films. And when it comes to music industry, as I said, films వరకు అవుతే కనుక మ్యూజిక్ అనేది ఒక ఇంటిగ్రల్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఎనీ ఫిల్మ్. అండ్ మనకి ఇండియాలో సాంగ్స్ అనేది కానీ మ్యూజిక్ అనేది ఇట్ ఆల్వేస్ బీన్ ఎ మోస్ట్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ పార్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫిల్మ్. సో అది ఒకప్పుడు ఇవాళకి కూడా ఒకప్పుడు అవుతే కనుక ఎవ్రీ ఫిల్మ్ యూస్ టు సెల్ ద మ్యూజిక్ రైట్స్. అప్పట్లో యూస్ టు సెల్ ద మ్యూజిక్ రైట్స్. మ్యూజిక్ యూస్ టు కమ్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ క్యాసెట్స్ ఆర్ రికార్డ్స్ ఆర్ వాట్ ఎవర్. రాను దాని తర్వాత డిజిటలైజ్ అయినాక పెన్ డ్రైవ్ల నుంచి ఇప్పుడు డిజిటలైజేషన్ అయిపోయింది. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే షిఫ్ట్లో ఏ ప్రొడ్యూసర్ వెన్ హీ మేక్స్ ఏ ఫిల్మ్, రిలీజ్ టైంకి ఈ హ్యాస్ టు సెల్ ద ఫిల్మ్ ఫర్ హిమ్ టు కమ్ అవుట్ హిస్ ఫైనాన్షియల్ బర్డెన్. సో ఈ ప్రాసెస్లో ఏమవుతుందంటే వీ యూజువలీ సెల్ ద మ్యూజిక్ రైట్స్ ఫస్ట్, దాని తర్వాత శాటిలైట్ రైట్స్ అని ఓటీటీ రైట్స్ అని ఈ అమ్మేస్తుంటాం. ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు పెరిగిన ఇంటర్నెట్ యుగంలో కానీ డిజిటలైజేషన్ యుగంలో ఈ ఐపీ రైట్స్ ఇంతకుముందు సెషన్లో కూడా చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఐపీ రైట్స్ అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఐపీ రైట్స్ని కనుక ప్రొడ్యూసర్ హోల్డ్ చేసుకోగలిగితే దట్ విల్ బి ఎ లైఫ్ లాంగ్ ఇన్కమ్ ఫర్ హిమ్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఎ మేజర్ షిఫ్ట్ విచ్ వీఆర్ ఎడ్యుకేటింగ్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్. చాలా కష్టంగా ఉంది, బట్ వీఆర్ స్టిల్ ట్రయింగ్ టు ఎడ్యుకేట్ దెమ్ టు హోల్డ్ దోస్ రైట్స్ సో దట్ దట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బీ ఏ రెగ్యులర్ ఇన్కమ్ ఫర్ యూ త్రూ అవుట్ యువర్ లైఫ్ అనే దానికి ఇట్లాంటి షిఫ్ట్ అండి. ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ మీ టెల్, యూ కెన్ టెల్ దట్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద మేజర్ షిఫ్ట్ విచ్ ఐ ఫీల్ హియర్.
Good evening once again. So, when we talk about films, I think being a producer myself, I completely agree that music plays a very, very vital role. But in today's times, let's face the reality, producers don't make money with the music rights. It goes to the music director, and like Prasad rightly said, the music directors want to go, I don't know, the thinking minds which doesn't work in Hyderabad or Chennai, they need to go to Europe or the most global happening destination and then think about the music and come back. I think what is important we need to understand is the kind of pressure it puts on the producers. And when we talk about the number of million views which have been, the song is a hit, what we have to keep in mind, it is the audio visual which is going out, not the audio alone. So we tend to miss that out, that there's an audio visual. And we all do it. I'm a producer, like I said, and I do understand that a song which goes out to the audience should have one particular number. There's a number which is for the audience, which needs to go out and, hit the screen and say that, okay, this is garnering the audience attention, and before the release of the film, how we can promote. So all these are promotional tactics. How much it helps the producer? I would say hardly. What we need to do is very collectively think how we can reduce the burden. When we are talking about the IP, please let me know which producer holds the entire IP, because when you're selling the product for a satellite, you lose it. When you're selling the product on OTT, you lose it. The music rights go to the music director. The lyrics has the lyrics rights. The director has and the writer has the story rights. What does the producer hold? Nothing. The producer holds nothing, and this is a reality which we need to face and accept it and learn that how we can protect our intellectual property rights as producers. Now, having said that, I think it's a long discussion, so I'm not going to take it for too long because even Kuku has been waiting. I think we need to understand that when it comes to music, when it comes to OTT platform, as a producer, you cannot be dependent on OTT platforms either. Today, we see the way Malayalam cinema or Kannada cinema has been surging. I think it's because these are two industries who are not dependent on OTT platforms. Their budgets do not include OTT platforms. They do not cater to OTT platforms. They very, very content and self-content, where they say that, let us finish the film, and if the film is good, we will have buyers from the OTT platforms. Whereas in Tamil and Telugu, we always go the other way around. When we are making a budget, it's always about, okay, this is what I have an idea, I might sell the film to OTT for so much. Now, let me tell you, OTT also works like a nexus where you do not understand whether they're going to buy the film or not. You play a very huge risk. So I would say, I would tell when Damodar says that we need to reduce the extra ఖర్చులు కర్బ్ చేయాలి, ఎక్స్ట్రా ఖర్చులు పెట్టకూడదు, ఎక్కడ ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్కి లాభం రావాలి, అది అన్నీ చూసినప్పుడు I think it's important we understand that the excess money expenditure what we are talking about is we do it as producers. And it's always like how much money Prasad Garu is spending, then Damodarji will think that I should spend probably 50 crores more than what he has spent. And then when it comes to me, I would say, no, I would spend 100 crores more than what they both have done. So that competition needs to go for a producer to survive and the film industry to grow. What is the requirement of the film? We have seen a huge, the entire Indian industry has not seen film industry the kind of collection which has seen last year, 2025, a record of 13,000, almost 13,400 crores, which surpasses what it was in 2023 of 12,000 and odd crores. But in 2025, we have seen even Telugu industry, which has dropped drastically, Tamil industry, which has dropped drastically, Kannada industry has seen a surge, Malayalam industry has seen a surge because they stick to the budget and they stick to what is required for the film rather than competing with each other as to how much of money we spend. If we understand the content, then I think it makes it very easy. In today's times, I'm sorry to say on this platform, but it's more about how much of money the hero charges, and then the second is how much of money the director charges. So I think, when you want to make a film, if you're making a film for 250 crores, then it's a hero who's going to charge 150 crores, there's a director who's going to charge 50 crores, and the actual film is made only in 50 crores. So I think that needs to change, it has to reverse. We all need to come together and understand the producer who puts in the money, is he going to get a return of 250 crores? Let's understand that all over India, you do not have theaters which can cater from morning till evening, 5 shows a day, special shows with 1,200 tickets to collect 1,000 crores of rupees for a film. You cannot. You don't have so many theaters. There are only hardly 10,000 North theaters all over India. So we need to understand the basic and cater to what is required to the content rather than competing with each other, whether it is music or filmmaking, and say how we can keep the audience happy. I think that is what is very important, and the rest, of course, we will follow it up when all the other discussions come.
Good evening. Good evening, and good evening to everyone on the stage. I think my only handicap will be not knowing Telugu. So I've been missing out in certain things, but I'm trying to learn, in the sense, understand some words and all that. But coming to cinema, we are all in the same. I'm an actress, as well as I've been in, not a producer, but been in the direction and all that. But when you talk about movies, long time back, I've been thinking about when this subject came along. For me, movies is not just for passion alone. It's a business as well, where art is used and business is involved. So naturally, we need to think what comes out of it. So when you look at the thing now, it was usually movies, it was one-time sale. Now it is not so. Once you make the movie, the theater collection happens, or you then sell it to the satellite. Now the case is different. After COVID, and also the borders have melted, and the technology has come up, everybody can see us. Everybody can watch all the languages and all the countries. The cultures have melted and merged. So the value has gone up, but is not back to where it is produced or where it is created. So why the IP is more important is that is the only way we can keep it ourselves, as well as keep the right, as well as keep the economy with us, because it is a soft skill. So when you sell the soft skill, we need to make sure that we have the right, we have the ownership. That is what I think will bring back the money and it'll keep us with us.
This I'm going to question only for both of you, Kushma ma'am and Oku ma'am. So how important is thinking like an entrepreneur, even for actors and artists?
I think when you make a film, we need to understand that not one person is responsible for the success or the failure. It's the team which is responsible. The content is the main hero of the film, the main center point, the pivotal role. Because we have seen the biggest films failing miserably at the box office, even in Tamil last year, even in Telugu last year, even in Hindi. I think if the content is good, then I think people are going to come back to the theaters. Anything which is theatrical, I think the footfall is going to be there. The experience of watching something on a big screen cannot be coined on watching it something, even if it's a 85-inch huge TV. I think why people build home theaters, whoever they can, because they get the cube connection because they want to feel that theatrical effect. And I think when it comes to that, every person who's involved in filmmaking, right from the top to the bottom, they say the producer is the Modalali. But I said, we are the Tolilalis. We are the worst people because we keep running around working, like anybody else. And I think the minute we stop saying that I have the ownership of a particular film, I think the minute we come into an inclusivity, including with the last production boy who's going to serve you tea, they all become part of that particular film, because all the ideas are important. If they are not there, we won't be able to function. So right from the top to the bottom, everybody needs to think like an entrepreneur. And why I also include the production boys is because if somebody would, it's like a family. I mean, basically when you're at home, me being a housewife myself, I wake up in the morning like, how many liters of milk do I get today, or how many kilos of sugar we have gotten this month, or how many liters of oil has come into this month, why this much has been spent unnecessarily. So I think once we start looking that into the production, where the production house, not only the producer, but even the people who make chai for the unit, if they say that, let me spend money, or the milk is curdled up, so it's okay because somebody else is going to spend the money, even that accumulates and adds on to the budget. So everybody has to think, this is my product, this is my home, this is my family, and I need to make sure that we bring out a product which is sustainable, we bring out a product which is profitable, and we work on a project which can bring the audience into the theaters. So I think it's not a one-man show. Filmmaking can never be a one-man show. With the amount of crafts, what we have, 24 different crafts, I think we all come together and make a film which goes out to the audience. So I think for me, as an actor, when I'm on the sets, I say, if it's a 7 o'clock call sheet, I have to be ready by 6:45 with my makeup, costume, and hair. Otherwise, if I go to the sets at 7:30, then I'm wasting 30 minutes of my producer's time. And in movies, every minute is equivalent to money. So why would I waste my hard-earned money? And why would I ask my other producer to waste that kind of money? So that is where I say that everybody thinks. And I on this platform, I would like to give the finest example of one of the greatest stars of our Indian cinema, and that is Mr. Rajnikant. Even today, when you tell Mr. Rajnikant, he'll say, what time you need me on the sets? You say 7:30. And this man is on the sets at 7:25. And I have witnessed him. I did a film with him just 3 years ago. 7:35 he walked onto the sets. And he profusely apologized even to the junior artist, saying that I wasted 5 minutes. I'm extremely sorry. I think that kind of a dedication, that kind of ownership, and that kind of give the feel of belonging, that this is mine and all of us are together. I think that is extremely important, which very unfortunately I do not see with the current trend of people, because for them, coming late to the sets is your being a star. That adds to your star value, which unfortunately many of the youngsters need to learn from, why we still have people like Mr. Rajnikant or Mr. Chiranjeevi or Balaya or Mr. Kamal Hassan or Mammootty or Mohanlal, where they say that for us, being a star is not important. Being part of filmmaking and being part of a good product, what we bring out to the theaters, is important. I think we just need to learn from these greatest stars.
I mean, I don't think I have to add anything more, because she said it totally. Like cinema or other art, like other art, it's an ensemble art where it is not one-man army. I mean, it's not one-man show. So it is together. So the artists need to understand the value of money. By understanding money is not diluting art. It is, being entrepreneurial is not an optional in cinema, it is survival. People need to understand, when the producer puts in money, that comes to everybody in the set, from the production boy till the theater owner. Everybody gets that money, the fund money that is put in to make the movie. So respecting that is a very big thing. I totally stand by you, Kushba ma'am. What you said is exactly. What is lacking is respect towards money, understanding money. At the same time, art, this passion towards cinema, it is not in the making of money. It should be in the art. Like all the examples she has put forward, we have seen them and we grow with them. But today's generation is not understanding that. That is where the problem comes in, when it's just become entrepreneurship and not understanding it.
Thank you. Now, this side. So, beyond box office and streaming, where is the monetization is actually growing? What is the change that has been happened in the past 5? What would you anticipate? Right, sorry. Beyond box office and streaming, where is monetization actually growing? What was the shift in the past 5 years? What do you anticipate going forward?
Basically, monetization, as I said earlier, I'll just have to go to the little past and then come back to what's happening right now. So monetization for films was basically theatrical and audio. There were only 2 verticals at that point of time. And later on, satellite was the 3rd vertical. And today we have the OTT platforms and YouTube and other digital platforms too. But past 5 years, at least before COVID, theatrical monetization was, in case it was 60%, the rest of it was 40%. And now it is the other way around. It's 30% and 70%. And frankly speaking, as Kushbu Garu has mentioned, producer is a person who first invests the first penny. The first penny, he is the one who initiates, invests, and he's the last one to get the penny. He's the last one. So that is the situation of a producer. So what happens in this process is, I make a film in a certain budget. 95% of the time, the budget is not the same. It goes up nowadays. So for various reasons, that's a huge subject again, I don't want to get into it. And what happens then is, now I want to release my film, so I have to recover my budget. So I try to monetize it as fast as possible. I just want to get out of it and just make money. This has been a temperament of all the producers as on date. So having said that, what is that we tell the producers at least now, and I don't know if that subject is there right now in your thing or not. So whatever rights they have, earlier, at least when we sold films about 10 years back to satellite or to any other platform, we used to have an agreement for number of years. Like I used to sell my rights for 5 years or 10 years. Today, we are selling the rights perpetually. And that's what I mentioned earlier. So that's something which is a regular income for a producer, which he can depend on, which is, you're just selling it off due to these pressures and this thing. So next 5 years, I don't, and in case the producers realize this aspect and get back into this format of saving their IPs and other things, which is tough because now OTTs have prevailed on us so much. Now OTTs are dictating the dates of the release of film, depending on their window. In case they want that, they have a window slot, they want us to release the film on that particular date. So we're just playing into their hands. So next 5 years down the lane, we are just hoping the whole thing gets back to the old system to whatever extent it can, and it will be for better days. Thanks.
సినిమాలకి లాభం రావాలంటే ప్రొడక్షన్ కాస్ట్ తగ్గించాలి. థియేటర్ల లాభాలు వచ్చినా, అనదర్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్లో ఇన్కమ్ వచ్చినా ప్రొడక్షన్ కాస్ట్ తగ్గించాలనేది అన్ని రాష్ట్రాల్లోని ఫిల్మ్ ఛాంబర్స్ కానీ ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్ కానీ ప్రతి మీటింగ్లో చెప్తుంటారు. సినిమా ఆడాలంటే జనానికి నచ్చాలి, పబ్లిక్ నచ్చితేనే. మల్టీప్లెక్స్ థియేటర్లే కాకుండా బి క్లాస్ ఇంకా చిన్న సెంటర్లు వీటిల్లో ఆడాలి అంటే జనం కోసం తీయాలి. కళ కోసం కాదు, జనం కోసం. నిద్రపోయేవాడు కనేది కళ, నిద్రపోయేవాడిని లేపేది కళ. అలాంటి కళామ తల్లిని ఒక మల్టీప్లెక్స్లకి మేధావుల కోసమే కాకుండా 100 కోట్ల మంది కామన్ మ్యాన్ రైతులు కూడా చూసే విధంగా నిర్మిస్తే, దానికోసం ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టు సాహిత్యం పాటలు రాయించడానికి దుబాయ్లు, బ్యాంకాక్లు, మలేషియాలు వెళ్ళి పాటలు రాయించడం రికార్డ్ కోసం, రికార్డింగ్ స్టూడియోల కోసం అమెరికా, లండన్లు వెళ్లకుండా ప్రొడ్యూసర్ని బడ్జెట్ తగ్గించే విధంగా చేయగలిగితే ఏ థియేటర్లో ఆడినా, ఎక్కడ ఆడినా కలెక్షన్స్ తగ్గినా కూడా ఆదాయ మార్గాలు ఉంటాయి. చిన్న చిన్న పాటలు చాలా చిన్న బడ్జెట్ తోటి తీసిన సినిమాలు ఈ మధ్యకాలంలో ఎన్నో సినిమాలు హిట్ అయినాయి, నిర్మాతకి లాభాలు వచ్చినాయి. మళ్ళా సినిమా రంగంలోనే ఉండి ఎన్నో సినిమాలు తీయబోతున్నారు. భారీ బడ్జెట్ తోటి సినిమాలు నిర్మించిన నిర్మాతలు కొంతమంది మాత్రమే నిలదొక్కొని ఉన్నారు. ఆ అగ్ర నిర్మాతలు మాత్రమే మధ్యలో వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు వెళ్ళిపోతూ ఉన్నారు. ఇంతకుముందు థియేటర్లో మాత్రమే ఆదాయం వచ్చేది. కొంతకాలం తర్వాత టీవీ ఛానల్స్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత శాటిలైట్ రైట్స్ కొంటున్నామని చెప్పినప్పుడు నిర్మాతకి అదనపు ఆదాయంగానే భావించారు. ఒక 25-30 సంవత్సరాల క్రితం శాటిలైట్ రైట్స్ కొనేటప్పుడు ఈటీవీ వారు కానీ ఇంకొక ఛానల్స్ వాళ్ళు కానీ మీ దగ్గర ఎప్పుడు 10 సంవత్సరాల నాడు తీసిన సినిమా ఉంది, 20,000 రూపాయలు ఇస్తాం, 50,000 రూపాయలు ఇస్తాం, 1,00,000 రూపాయలు ఇస్తాం అంటే అదే అదనపు ఆదాయంగా భావించిన నిర్మాతలు సంతోషంగా ఇచ్చారు. ఇప్పుడు శాటిలైట్ రైట్స్ నిర్మాతకి ఒక వరంగా మారినాయి. సినిమా ప్రారంభానికి ముందే ఒక ఫ్యాన్సీ ఆఫర్, భారీ అమౌంట్ ఆఫర్ చేసి అడ్వాన్స్ ఇచ్చి ప్రొడక్షన్ జరిగేటప్పుడు కూడా నిర్మాతలకి డబ్బులు ఇస్తున్నారు. నిర్మాతకి ఉపయోగం జరుగుతుంది. తర్వాత యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్స్, ఓటీటీ ప్లాట్ఫామ్స్ అనేక రూపాల్లో ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్కి ఆదాయ వనరులు వస్తున్నాయి. ఇందా చెప్పినట్టు పెద్ద పాటలు కాకుండా ఈరోజు గద్దర్ గారి జయంతి, 73వ జయంతి. చిన్న పాట, అది ఎన్ని కోట్ల మందికి వెళ్ళింది, ఎంతమందిని ప్రభావితం చేసింది. థియేటర్లో చూసి మర్చిపోయే పాటలు కాకుండా ప్రజల హృదయాల్లో, జనం హృదయాల్లో నిలిచిపోయే పాటలు. అలాంటి కళాకారులు, గాయకులు, రచయితలు రాసి పాటలకి స్పందించి ఒక తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం సాధించుకోవటానికి పొడుస్తున్న పొద్దు మీద నడుస్తున్న పోరు తెలంగాణ అని గద్దర్ రాసిన పాట ఆ రోజు తెలంగాణ ఉద్యమంలో కీలక పాత్ర పోషించింది. అదే గద్దర్ అన్న, పొద్దు తిరుగుడు పువ్వు పొద్దును ముద్దాడే, పొద్దు తిరుగుడు పువ్వు పొద్దును ముద్దాడే, తొలి పొద్దును ముద్దాడే, అడవిలో వెన్నెలమ్మ ఆకును ముద్దాడే, చిగురుటాకును ముద్దాడే, యుద్ధంలో వీరుణ్ణి తుపాకీ ముద్దాడే, తూటాలు ముద్దాడే, ఒరిగిన వీరుణ్ణి భూమి ముద్దాడే, రణభూమి ముద్దాడే అని చెట్టు కింద కూర్చొని రాసిన పాట కోట్ల మందిని కదిలించింది. అలాంటి కళాకారులు టాలెంట్ని ఉపయోగించుకొని ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్, అలాంటి కవులు, కళాకారులు గోరె టెంకన్న గారు, సుద్దాల అశోక్ తేజ్ గారు లోకల్ టాలెంట్ను ఉపయోగించుకుంటే నిర్మాతకి బడ్జెట్ తగ్గటమే కాదు, వారి సాహిత్యం తెలుగు ప్రజల్ని, దక్షిణ భారతదేశ ప్రజల్ని, భారతదేశాన్ని హాలీవుడ్ దాకా అన్ని భాషల్లో అనువదించుకొని నిర్మాతకి ఆదాయ మార్గాలు పెంపొందించుకోవచ్చు. ఒక థియేటరే కాకుండా, యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్సే కాకుండా, ఓటీటీ ప్లాట్ఫామ్సే కాకుండా అనేక మార్గాల్లో శాటిలైట్ రైట్స్ ద్వారా ఇప్పుడు నిర్మాతకి ఆదాయ మార్గాలు పెరిగాయి. ఆదాయం నిఖరంగా ఉండి ఇంత ప్రాఫిట్ వచ్చిందని గట్టిగా చెప్పాలంటే మా ఛాంబర్ పెద్దలు చెప్పినట్టు, దాము అన్న చెప్పినట్టు ఎప్పుడూ చెప్తుంటాడు ఆయన. ప్రతి ఒక్క నిర్మాతకి చెప్తుంటాడు, సినిమా మొదలు పెడుతుంటే ఎంతయా నీ బడ్జెట్, వస్తాయా రిటర్న్స్, వీళ్ళకు ఉన్న అనుభవంతో చెప్తుంటారు. ప్రొడక్షన్ కాస్ట్ తగ్గించుకోండి, నీ సినిమాకి ఆ పెద్ద టెక్నీషియన్ అవసరమా, ఆయన ఇంత తీసుకుంటాడు కదా, అవసరమైతే వీళ్ళే మాట్లాడి సత్యారెడ్డి సినిమా తీస్తున్నాడు కొంచెం చూసి తీసుకో అని ప్రొడక్షన్ కాస్ట్ తగ్గించడానికి ఈ రెండు రాష్ట్రాలకి ఒకటే ఛాంబర్ ఉంది అఫీషియల్గా, దాని పేరు తెలుగు ఫిల్మ్ ఛాంబర్. ఆ ఛాంబర్లో పెద్దలందరూ ఎప్పుడు సలహాలు ఇస్తుంటారు. హెన్స్ ఇండియా, హెచ్ఎంటీవీ వారి ద్వారా, ఈ వేదిక ద్వారా ప్రొడ్యూసర్లందరికీ విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాను. నేను కూడా ప్రొడ్యూసర్ సెక్టార్ చైర్మన్గా పెద్దల ఆశీస్సులతోటి గెలుస్తున్నాను, అప్పుడు పనిచేస్తున్నాను. ఇలా ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం నిర్మాతకి ఆదాయం రావాలి, సినిమాలు ఎలా ఆడాలి అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ తోటి పెట్టిన ఈ మీటింగ్కి న్యాయం జరుగుద్ది. నిర్మాతలందరూ ప్రొడక్షన్ కాస్ట్ తగ్గించుకుంటేనే ప్రాఫిట్ వస్తుంది అనేది ఒక్కటి గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలని ఇక్కడి నుంచి విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చినందుకు మరోమారు అందరికీ, సుప్రియా సూరి గారితో పాటు ఇక్కడ ఉన్న పెద్దలందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు చేస్తున్నాను. ఖుష్బూ గారు, పరమేశ్వర్ గారు, ఇంత దూరం తెలుగు నిర్మాతల కోసం, సౌత్ ఇండియా ప్రొడ్యూసర్స్కి ఆదాయం చేకూర్చడం కోసం వచ్చినందుకు నేను ఒక నిర్మాతగా, డైరెక్టర్గా, రచయితగా మీకు థ్యాంక్స్, ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేస్తున్నాను మేడం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you, Satya sir. So I want to sum up with only 3 points. Point number 1, as far as the music is concerned, the music and the film industry is both seen the level of transition over the period on the consumption pattern. As far as the remuneration and right to receive royalty is concerned, the issue of the singer-songwriter has been addressed by the Government of India via the Copyright Act Amendment 2012. As far as Parmeshwar also, till 1975, the audio rights or satellite was not sold. It was worked only on a royalty basis. So it's a business call needs to be taken. 2. Third point, I'm going back 2 sessions back. As far as the AI is concerned, the Government of India issued a couple of papers on policies, one by MeitY last year, and another one is by the DPIIT now. Please look into it. And to go forward, there is a AI Impact Summit organized by MeitY, Government of India, in Delhi, Bharat Mandapam between 16th February to 20th February. Please go and register, look at what's happening. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you all my colleagues.
Check. Thank you so very much. And audience, whoever are watching, can you all please give a warm round of applause to all our speakers of this wonderful session. And I request Hanumanta sir and Supriya ma'am to please felicitate the speakers on the stage. Thank you so very much. That indeed is a very, very insightful session. And it was truly, truly nice to hear about cinema, about money, about marketing and what not. And I'm sure everybody sitting in the audience have enjoyed the session thoroughly. Once again, we thank all the speakers who flew away from different states and has come here to address us on this very special event. Thank you once again to everybody. And I request everyone to please step a bit forward for a group picture. And that being said, I extend my warm welcome to Shri Kondapalli Srinivas Garu, Minister of MNME and NRIF Fires, Government of Andhra Pradesh. And everybody, can you all give it up for Srinivas Garu, please? Thank you so very much, sir. Thank you for gracing this event with your presence. Thank you very much. All right then. As I've already mentioned, the evening is not just about the sessions, the speaking, or the knowledge gaining. It is so much more beyond just that. We are going to witness our second round of fashion walk by our beloved FDDI students. And audience, please hold back in your seats and you will enjoy the session. And I would give the session forward to the member of FDDI to announce this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Before machines learn speed, hands learn patience. Across different regions, climates, and stories, two crafts grow quietly, guided by the same principles: time, skill, and an understanding that nothing meaningful is rushed. In one, threads are planned long before they exist. Patterns are decided in the mind, tied, resisted, calculated. But once the loom begins, there is no undo. In the other, cloth waits patiently for stories to be drawn, for hands to repeat gestures, passed down without instruction manuals. Both the crafts demand discipline. Both leave no space for shortcuts. Both rely on memory more than machinery. One works after the weave begins, and the other speaks after the cloth is born. Yet both trust the same thing, the maker's hand. What connects them is not technique, but the intent. An understanding of rhythm, a respect for materials, a refusal to be hurried. Every line you see is intentional. Every irregularity is a proof that it's handmade. These fabrics don't aim for perfection. They aim for honesty. This collection brings them together not as contrast, but as connection and a conversation. Because when crafts share values, they speak the same language, even when they come from different places. Now, here we present Rangasutra.
Check. Can we have the music, please? And the fashion walk begins in next 2 minutes. They are the students of FDDI, proudly presenting our culture.
Rah सजाओ आई मिलन की रैना आजा सावरिया आजा रस के भरे तोरे नैना रस के भरे तोरे नैना सेज सजाओ आई मिलन की रैना आजा सावरिया तो है सेज सजाओ आई मिलन की रैना आजा सावरिया तो है गरबा लगाऊं आजा सावरिया आजा सावरिया रस के भरे तोरे नैना सावरिया रस के भरे तोरे नैना सावरिया रस के भरे तोरे नैना राह निहारो सेज सजाओ राह निहारो सेज सजाओ आई मिलन की रैना आजा सावरिया आजा रस के भरे तोरे नैना रस के भरे तोरे नैना नैना आजा सावरिया आजा सावरिया रस के भरे तोरे नैना सावरिया रस के भरे तोरे नैना सावरिया रस के भरे तोरे नैना राह निहारो सेज सजाओ राह निहारो सेज सजाओ आई मिलन की रैना आजा सावरिया आजा
was an amazing show by our students of FDDI. And that is not over yet because we have something more. Harshita, you may take over.
Tonight, we are honored by the presence of two eminent personalities who have inspired millions through their work and presence. It's my privilege to invite Srimati Krushmu Sundaram Garu and Srimati Kuku Parameswaram Garu onto the stage. A big round of applause for them. Check. And I would also like to take the privilege to invite Supriya ma'am also onto the stage. Please, ma'am.
So small, so silent. The ground is for so many beautiful ladies on the stage. Everybody put your hands together. All right then. I am excited to see what's coming next. Harshita, please take over.
Ma'am, we have a request from FDDI Hyderabad, the whole, and also the audience. Can we have all these three beauties have a walk on the ramp, please?
Let's go. We would not say a no for that. The beautiful ladies for tonight, we would now request them to walk the ramp with their grace. Music, please. Audience, while they are walking the ramp, can we make some noise for the beautiful ladies on the stage, please? Let's go. Woo. What an absolute delight to watch these beautiful ladies walk the ramp down.
Ma'am, I request you to stay back for a few minutes. We would like to have a group picture with all of you. I would like to invite Rani ma'am also onto the stage. And also, I would love to invite Anuradha ma'am also onto the stage, please. And also, I would love to invite the anchor onto the stage, Miss Anuradha. Okay. So, while being graced with these many personalities, I would now like to invite our respected ED sir, Dr. NTL Reddy Garu, onto the stage for a group picture. I also take privilege in inviting our esteemed faculty, Miss Archana Prasad and Miss Rinsi Pulkotil, to join us onto the stage. And being graced with these many personalities, I would also love to invite our respected minister sir onto the stage, please. So please.
We will have you on the stage. So please, just for a picture. Everybody put your hands together for the minister. Thank you so much for gracing us today, sir. Your presence means a lot to all of us.
I also want to invite all the students of FDDI to join for a group picture.
All right then, thank you so very much to everybody who has graced this event and the incredible students and staff of FDDI. Thank you so much, all the beautiful girls. Check. Today we have a very, very special guest. Check. Today, we have the most dynamic Shri Kondapalli Srinivas Garu, Minister for MSME and NRIFIs, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you so very much for joining us today, sir. And I would love you to call onto the stage, and we would love to hear your insightful thoughts about this whole event. And while he is coming onto the stage, audience, can you put your hands together for our respected minister, sir, please? Thank you so very much, sir.
Very good evening. Would like to see how many of you are with us. Very good evening. Thank you. I'm the ministry from SERP, so I have a very good power of movement. Thank you. In fact, thank you, Hans India, for conducting such a lovely event in Visakhapatnam, because it's an event which represents South India, and all the way coming here, trying to give a message from here, it's very inspiring, and we loved it. Thank you, Hans India. Firstly, as such, the subject creates an interesting point for me. Creative Economic Forum. It's very interesting. As such, I would like to realize what is the session going about. While coming on my way, I'm just trying to search why is Hans India creating such an interesting topic and pulling across South India sarks like Kushbu Garu, ministers from Telangana, and myself or Durgesh Garu. So all of us were invited, and what is so special in this event? But I was able to assess, definitely it is kind of creating a thought through this session, a thought process where people could really think there's a lot of economy behind creativity. There's a lot of economy which can be established with good creativity. Because I've seen India as a democratic country, we have a very good platform, democratic platform, where everyone can excel. Everyone have an opportunity to excel. Every creative person has an opportunity to excel. And giving with the global digitalized world, and anything that's created in Visakhapatnam can be admired across the globe. So that is the connectivity now we are. So as such, in this given situations, having this session in Visakhapatnam, trying to analyze people as a very good event, great event. I would like to thank Hans India. But as such, I would like to tell what the government was doing in the recent time. Honorable Chief Minister Sri Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu has been inspiring us through his governance in the last 4 decades. In 95 to 2004, he's the first person to adopt IT as future, latest farming, agriculture, micro, micro irrigation policies, and agriculture with good electricity, and lot many. He has inspired a lot of youngsters like me in getting into IT as a future, and I stepped into IT. I worked for 17 years, and I came back to my hometown, and finally I came into the politics supporting the government. But then I want to say, make a point. During 95 to 2004, he has seen the future of where the world is going. Yes, he wanted to aspire the Telugu crowd in a way that the future wanted. So that's why we see a lot of Telugu people. Out of every 4 Indians in IT, we see one person from Telugu. So that is how the vision of Andhra Pradesh, that is how he has impacted, Honorable Chief Minister has impacted us. So that is the creative thought process of Honorable Chief Minister. And between 14 to 19, Honorable Chief Minister as a third term as a Chief Minister, he has enabled a lot of good things to the state of Andhra Pradesh. Not many knew that Economic Development Board was first formulated in the state of Andhra Pradesh. There is a separate wing which has continuously going to pursue the investments to come to the state of Andhra Pradesh. He has pursued a lot of industries. And you must be knowing Kia, which has happened in 18 months. In 18 months, the site was allocated, construction happened, and the operations began. So similar way, there are a lot of initiatives which the state government has taken in a way that the employment comes to the state of Andhra Pradesh, and lot many youth can be benefited. In the similar way, in the 4th term, now this time, I should really say, being in the government is very, very innovative. I should say that we have defined 23 different policies as such in sector-based. You see a policy for AI. You see a policy for quantum computing. You see a policy for defense equipment manufacturing. You see a policy for aeronautic space. You see a policy for space. Like this, we have 23 different policies where people could really, who want to get into this idea of special industry, they can come to Andhra Pradesh. So that is why, even in the difficult situation, the state was able to bring in a lot of good investments to the state. We are having 25% of Indian investments coming into this country in this last 1 year. So that is how the vision of Honorable Chief Minister. So all this wanted to say is, he was very creative, he was very focused, he wanted to ensure good governance to the people of Andhra Pradesh. So that is why he adopted real-time governance. So not many knew that what is real-time governance. So there is a department which the state government has adopted, which any issue that comes in any village, any small or bad incident that happened in any small village, the government gets it in a very quick manner. And the government sends an email directly to the collector and the concerned department. Such incident, there is an incident happened in so-and-so village, you need to go and attend that. And the same email goes to the concerned department and concerned minister as well to respond to the event. So that is the real-time government which the state has adopted. That is how the technology has been adopted. In the similar way, we are adopting AI in governance. And we have my young minister, Mr. IT Minister, Honorable IT Minister, Nara Lokesh Garu. He has brought in the concept of WhatsApp governance. We have about close to 700 services which come in WhatsApp governance. So that is how the government is very creative enough to give a good governance to the state of Andhra Pradesh, to the people of Andhra Pradesh. There's so many to say, but I would like to say that creativity, creating entrepreneurship, because we see a lot of entrepreneurship that the state wanted to do, but as such, it's a real truth. It is a very real truth that idea is very much needed for any entrepreneur. If you have a good idea, there are so many companies to sponsor that. We have so many funding mechanisms where people want to fund for a good idea. So a creative mind is the most needed times for the current situation. So having this meeting, having this session here, inviting prominent people, discussing about creative economic forum is a very bright idea, and I would really applaud Hands India. And I'm very thankful that, because I couldn't push myself to skip this meeting. I had a very long day, but then I told is it okay if I come at 9 o'clock? No, you should definitely come even if we are okay at 9 also. So that's why I'm here to give a closing remarks instead of opening remarks. And thank you, Hans India, and having me here, and have a wonderful evening. And I'm very delighted to share this dais. Thank you one and all.
All right, thank you so very much, sir. That is a very, very empowering speech. And I would now request Kushbu ma'am and Supriya ma'am to please come on to the dais and present our minister, sir, a token of love from our very own CEF. And while they are doing that, I don't want them to feel alone, right? So audience, if you're watching, can you put your hands together, please? Thank you so much.
Calienta el corazón, tengo la esperanza de guardar.
Thank you so very much to all the main pillars of this event. Thank you so much, our esteemed guests, for joining us today and making this event very, very special for all of us here. Thank you so very much. Kushbu ma'am, Minister sir, and Supriya ma'am, thank you. And we'll begin the next session in 5 minutes. All right then, we've heard about AI, we have heard about fashion, we have heard about money and marketing. The last single thing is culinary crossing borders. South India is all about its amazing food, and nobody in this world would deny that. And next session will be our culinary crossing borders, and for that I am requesting Shri N. Parthasarathi Garu, food expert, Shri Chef Saka Sudha Kumar from Pioneer Institute of Hotel Management. He is the chairman, and I would also like to invite Rajeshwari, Principal of Sun International of Tourism Management. I would also like to invite Shri Rupeshwar Rao Garu, Executive Chef, Geetham deemed to be University, Shri Srinivas Garu, Co-founder, HETC Foods Private Limited. And we will begin our Culinary Crossing Borders session now. Thank you so much.
good evening to everyone. Thank you. So, it's always food at the end. It has to motivate people. So after hearing a lot, the food part also should be there. So that we are here to discuss about it. So I am Parth Sarathi from Foodcraft Institute, Visakhapatnam. For about 40 years, the institute is there, and it produces lot of professionals in the field of hospitality industry, providing manpower to that industry. So regarding food, what we are going to talk, it is not this food, whether you have to use this food or that food, it is not like that. So the panelists sitting here are mainly from educational background, academicians. Ms. Rajeshwari there from Sun Institute and principal of Sun International Institute of Hotel Management, and Mr. Agatamudi Rupeswar Rao Garu from Geetham Institute of Hospitality. He is a practicing chef, and this side our guru, I can say, Sudha Kumar Garu, running an academic institution and having more than 4 decades of experience in the field. And there we have Mr. Srinivas Vavilala Garu, and mechanical engineer, turned to be a food specialist recently. He is running an organization called HETC. So this is the panel. So now I would like to start with my session with Madam Rajeshwari, because always ladies first. Okay. So our field is education. So how do you connect food crossing borders with the education area? That is my question. You can if you can connect, please.
Thank you, Dr. Partha Sarathi Garu. I am Rajeshwari, principal from Sun International Institute of Tourism and Management. We are in the educational sector since 23 years now, in both well established in AP and Telangana. So as a question raised by Dr. Partha Sarathi Garu, like food crossing borders is actually a significant, that actually plays a significant role in the economic growth, I would say, as per the part of the today's session, Creative Economic Forum, wherein, you know, nowadays especially, as the tourism sector is growing, and the tourism sector has become the greatest factor for the economic growth, as our food is definitely crossing borders, our recipes are crossing borders, as there is a lot of export happening, import happening around, as the agro-food industry has grown up. And, you know, in our nation, or say our country is gonna, within 4 to 5 years, it is gonna cross over $100 million for the exporting of the agro-food. And being, you know, hoteliers and being in this food sector, educational sector, I would say, yes, we are all together are creating a great impact in the economic growth. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rajeshwari Garu. That is true that with the development of tourism industry, it is like this: travel, tourism, transport, and the hospitality industry. This is the way this industry developed. and in the final stage, we are standing there. And it is important for any nation to attach greatest importance for its development, to attach this industry for its development. Many developed nations have understood this, and this area has converted into a specialty of education. In India, it is started in 1951, and in other parts, it has started earlier. So now, I would like to ask our chef. So how is the food industry developing as a practicing chef? How do you look at chefs playing an economic role in the industry?
Yeah. Good evening, one and all. The audience are very low. Myself, Chef Rupesh. I am corporate executive chef for Geetam University. I am responsible for 50,000 meal per day and leading 850 team. Apart from that, I am a founder for Creative Culinary Hospitality. We are in a food service. So the topic is like, what we are discussing today is food crossing border and how this help to economy, right? Any food sector today, so many young chefs, young entrepreneurs coming into the F&B. The F&B sector is one of the largest sector now growing in the worldwide. So anything in this, you create a concept. The traditional way or a modern way, you create the concept and market it, brand it, market it, and take to the next level. So as per my experience in my journey, I was with the Marriott Hotels as executive chef. I was doing some concept, South Indian food, Andhra food. Our Marriott owner asked us that, let's create our restaurant as known Andhra food. So we used to do so many festivals and Andhra cuisine named as a Andhra Amma Vantalu. The concept what we created, Andhra Amma Vantalu. So we was keep doing this Andhra Amma Vantalu every time and marketing in the social media. So this somewhere it's connected to APEDB. So Andhra Pradesh Economic Development Board, it's connected. One fine day I got a call from APEDB. So why don't you promote this Andhra Amma Vantalu at Davos? So I said something, this is an opportunity. The food is a connection. Connection makes opportunities. So I said, yes, we can do it. So that's how then we reached to Davos in 2018 through the Marriott platform for Andhra Pradesh government. So we catered, I took 18 chefs from Andhra Pradesh, from here, Vizag. We catered 2018 Davos WEF catering. Then there is in a Davos, how it works, AP pavilion. Like this, so many pavilions will be there. So every pavilion there will be some 100 guests keep coming. They're tasting our food. So I was given some 250 guests guarantee. We start catering there in 2018. Then the food, the flavor, even we carried some bamboo, fresh bamboo from Vizag. We carried some matkas from Vizag. We presented our USP, bamboo chicken, and our tradition in the matkas. So in the group, it's continuously they're promoting that, come to Andhra Pavilion, you will get great food. So the connection, how it's made, from Vizag to we reached to Davos and we have promoted Andhra cuisine. One incident in this, just I was closing my buffet and one of APDP representation come to me, chef, can you serve 2 meals? I said, I'm closing. So then they said, he's World Bank chairman. So World Bank chairman standing in front of us for Andhra food. So immediately went into the kitchen, I get something for them, the fresh. And so how this connection happened, somewhere we started that the promotion, Andhra Amma Vantalu, for our business. It's connected somewhere to APEDB. Then from there, I got opportunity to move to Davos. Then we got opportunity to cater Andhra food to World Bank chairman. So that's how. Coming to the economy, this is now it's a growing industry. Food and beverage is a growing industry. Moving forward, I can say this is the second largest economy to the government contribution. So, yeah, this is how this support to Indian economy.
Rupesh Garu. Next, I will move to Srinivas Vavilala Garu. So he is from a different area of operation, and he is actually related with food, and he is dealing with this HETC foods and dealing with millets. How millets support the economy, how it is useful for the people, and what kind of business it is, and what are the expectations that we have.
Thank you very much. I would like to share a few points on food growing global first, and then what millet and what we can, and what I would like to request from this platform on as a whole, as a team, like from the government, from entrepreneurs, from academicians, what we would be looking at. Regarding food growing global, just selling our food globally cannot be treated as food growing global, because when you talk about, I'm taking two examples of one, Japan and Italy. Japan has sushi. Italy has pasta or any other thing. They have many, this thing. These are global foods because these are sold or made in multi-cuisine restaurants world over, and India can also have like that. But presently we don't have a concept like that. As Rupesh Garu has said, you have to have a concept, you have to market it, you have to brand it, you have to market it. And it's not $1 million, it's billions of dollars industry, because it involves not only farmers, it involves chefs, it involves culinary training institutes, it involves many other industries involved. And you won't be surprised, Japan took it to the level where 2 knife companies are standards, because the sushi making standards may even cutting a fish is important. So they have 2 knife companies which developed out of it. Basically from food to steel, there is a ecosystem that developed because of just sushi. And we know Italy branded their things based on the region where they come. We know India has Rayalaseema, Telangana, or Chettinad, or Kerala, different cuisines. They have branded it. You can't make a Parmesan cheese in India. You have to make it only that place, because otherwise you can't call it Parmesan. So that is how government, they have patenting based on origin. So these are the things which India can easily do. And we have the story to tell, because ours, then I am coming to millets part of it now. Millets is a traditional grains of India, and this is not new. This is about 5,000 years old, much earlier than wheat and rice. What happened is evolutionary, 5,000 years back, the beauty of nature is the grain or the seed is designed in such a way that it grows, drops off on the ground. It has a shelf life to wait for the next season to come. So basically what happens, the grain drops, it has to wait for the next season and then grow when the rain falls again, because it is a rain-fed crop. So it is designed in such a way that it can withstand this tough shelf life. The core is hard, the outer is hard. And it has to have the nutrients stored in itself for it to grow as a plant in the next season. But that nutrients should not be digested by any animal so that nobody will touch it. That is a beautiful beauty of the nature. So millets are designed in such a way, they have a high shelf life with nutrients locks for themselves all the nutrients required for it to grow as a plant later, and then take it when it's required during the time of germination. This humans understood. Humans understood, and then they understood. So, okay, now this is a very super grain, but it has a process to eat, because we have to make it germinate to eat it. So they used to do that. They used to process the millet. Sometimes they used to germinate, that is sprouting or something like that. Otherwise, they used to pull up it on top. They used to take a pot and then leave it there for ferment it and then eat it. That is a way to eat millet. Because now, after we started this, I went into the scientific facts of it. What is the reason for that? So the scientific fact is, a millet, all the nutrients are locked in something called a phytate. This phytate cannot be digested by any animal, including humans. So what happens is, all the calcium, iron, everything that is there in the millet is actually in the form of one particular bond which nobody can digest. This bond will be broken only if you, at the time of germination. That is, actually the seed is taking it when it has to grow. That means you duplicate that scenario of like sprouting is like germination or fermented. So then the bond breaks, then the human body can easily digest it. And the availability of nutrition is very, very high in millets. And there is no match for that in wheat or rice. Especially the wheat or rice that we are eating now, because they are all polished. Millet is not polished. Millet, even now we eat as a whole grain, especially ragi, bajra and jowar, we eat them as whole grains. So whole grains have to be sprouted or fermented and eaten, then you get all the benefit out of it. So now we have a tradition. We have a super grain. We have the tradition, story to tell. We have everything that Japan or Italy did. Only thing is, in this process, what I request from in the platform, the entrepreneurs, government and media to do is, food requires trust. Now I am telling you, I built a factory, and I feel our factory is the most hygienic factory in the military sector. And I don't think, at least I have not seen a factory which is better than us in millet sector. So as a challenge or as a benchmark, we are asking people to come and check on us. We are open to people coming and seeing our factory. So what I request the government or the media is to have something like a rating systems for factories. You have licensing system. Licensing, okay, I am FSSAI regulated or FSSAI certified, other is FSSAI certified, okay, government can give a certificate. But rating should not be government job, because again, bureaucracy when it comes, I don't want to talk about what I think, but rating world over, for everything rating is generally a private agencies. Government or media should encourage private agencies to come up and rate thing, and then consumer, build up the consumer awareness to see that higher the rating, higher the value or the respect the company gets it, so that I don't have to bother about telling about my hygiene levels to the customer, because the hygiene is already rated by somebody else. That is one point what I think. Other point that government can do is on certifying the authenticity of the region that it comes. Certifying. See, if Japanese can push their knives into the market, we have what Rupesh Garu that we have mattas, we have idli baking this thing that brass vessels where idli was made long ago, or anything like that can be made as a part of this ecosystem. Like basically our fermenting techniques, our grains, our fermenting techniques can be sold as not only health, more authenticity, as connecting with nature, connecting with people. So many stories can be told against it and be sold. So all this, I feel that these type of platforms should help putting it to the government, bringing in more entrepreneurs, bringing in competition through rating, and take it forward. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. So that was about millet. We at early ages have been consuming millet only. When we were born, millets only were given to us as diet, and it has that great potential in it, and that has to be promoted in a great way in the Indian food markets and international food markets also. And that what he is promoting, healthy, easy to cook. So that is how he converts his millet. And That is the greatest form he is trying. He is newly trying that. And now, our mentor and Guru Garu, who has been in the field for so many years of education. He has started his career in the Hyderabad Institute of Hotel Management and continued there and became director, principal for that place also, running that institute as head. Then after that, now he is running his Pioneer Institute of Hotel Management. So a very long experience, more than 4 to 5 decades of experience he is having, and lot of potential he has in me, in him. I don't know how much we can derive from him. Any number of information we can derive, but I would like to ask you this question, sir. So people like us, me, Mr. Rupesh, all these people have come, learnt in the catering colleges from a humble background, and we made great strides into the industry, and we made our career, we made our growth, and we seen people under us also growing because of this education. Though it is still new, recent, but it is exploring its way. There are a lot of difficulties, but it is giving lot of employment opportunities, unlimited employment opportunities. నేను మీ దగ్గర ఏమి అడుగుతాను, ఇది ఎలా ఈ పొటెన్షియల్ని ఎలాగ మనం వాడుకుంటాం, మనకున్న సమస్యలు ఏంటి, వాటి గురించి కూడా కొంచెం మీరు మాట్లాడి ఒక ఆడియన్స్కి ఒక ఎన్లైటన్మెంట్ ఇవ్వాలి అనుకుంటున్నాను.
First of all, I would like to thank hmtv and Hans India, Madam Supriya Suri, giving a focus on culinary as an economic driver. So, మనకు 64 కళ్ళు ఉన్నాయి. ఆ 64 కళ్ళలో culinary అనేది చాలా వెనుకంజపడ్డది. కానీ మీరు ఈ కళని ముందుకు తీసుకొచ్చి and recognizing as it's a economic engine driver. Culinary is a economic engine driver and creating employment and earning dollars, foreign exchange to the country. So దీన్ని మీరు గుర్తించి ఇదొక సబ్జెక్ట్ కింద ఈ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ మీద పెట్టినందుకు ఐఎమ్ థ్యాంక్ఫుల్ టు ద ఆర్గనైజర్స్. సో ఈ సెషన్లో నేను చూసింది ఏంటంటే దెర్ ఇస్ అ బ్యూటిఫుల్ క్వశ్చన్ స్టేటింగ్ దట్ the recipes doesn't travel alone. Correct. The recipes doesn't travel alone. It's like if you marry a girl doesn't come to your house alone. She will bring the culture, she will bring the family, she will bring the entire system to our family. Similarly, if the recipes are coming to our country and they are not coming, they are bringing the employment. They are bringing the dollars, they are bringing the system which can explore and impact our economy. Like, మన సంస్కృతి చూస్తే, తెలుగు సంస్కృతి కానీ ఇండియన్ సంస్కృతి కానీ చూస్తే 15వ శతాబ్దంలో మన culinary things are different. After 16th century, our culinary culture is different. Before పోర్చుగీస్ మన ఆహార పదార్థాలన్నీ కూడా పెప్పర్ ఆర్ స్పైస్ ఆర్ గార్లిక్ ఫ్లేవర్డ్ ఉండేవి. కానీ 15th century or 16th century తర్వాత పోర్చుగీస్ పీపుల్ have brought the chilies. So chilies, potatoes, tomatoes, everything is changed our life. So without that we can't do. So once you travel or
only 6 days master Vedic mathematics. Don't calculate in a slow way. See how older students solve questions in seconds.
క్రియేట్ చేశాయి. తాజాగా డైరెక్టర్ జయంతి పరాంజీ చేతుల మీదుగా మళ్ళీ
రిసోర్స్ బ్యాక్ బోన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇండస్ట్రీ. మరి షెఫ్స్ లేకుండా ఇండస్ట్రీ కెనాట్ సర్వైవ్. బట్ వీఆర్ ఆల్ డూయింగ్ very good justice to the training of the people, but where are they going? If they are going on a brain drain, they go abroad and settle, or they diversify. They diversify into different field. Example, my own student here, Manoj, He started his life in culinary or hotel management. Today he is working for HMTV as a HR manager. Because these people who are trained, they can fit anywhere. And we are producing multi-skilled personalities where they can fit anywhere, but we need to put them in the job and continue to be, continue to work with the passion. A passion unte matram మన culinary field చాలా డెవలప్ అవుతుంది. Having worked as a government consultant for a culinary field, I was a joint director and also brand ambassador for Andhra Pradesh cuisines, and we have done various food festivals. Chandrababu Naidu garu vision ni carry forward చేస్తూ our state and our taste అనే ఒక కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఆల్ ద డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్లో తీసుకెళ్ళాము. అలాగే మన పూతరేకులను కూడా వేరే రష్యా, చైనా దాంట్లో తీసుకెళ్ళి ప్రమోట్ చేసాం. కానీ బట్ వేర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ల్యాకింగ్ ఈజ్ టెక్నాలజికల్ సపోర్ట్. If the పూతరేకు can compete with baklava and in terms of packaging, in terms of sustainability, in terms of taste, it has to be supported by the technological development. Our technology, food technology is separate, culinary institutes are separate. We need to bridge together so that our culinary, will have a more, impact on the economy. Imagine today, our society is always bent upon straight away starting the breakfast with noodle. But from where this noodle has come? Right from 20 years back, if you see, the total TVs were bombarded with all the advertisements, and they have carried our children's mind with noodles. Noodles were not a breakfast of our Indian culture. Today, without noodle, and 1 minute noodle or a 2 minute noodle, all these are influencing mothers as well as children. So that kind of strategies, how China has given an impact, how did they plan for a, culinary tours or selling their own recipes, selling their own stories. All this can happen because of a well-planned or well-designed, structure. And that is how they are able to survive in the market. Today you see how many restaurants are opened for KFC, how many McDonald's have come into India. No doubt we are creating a lot of job opportunities, but how much money is going, drained, how much money is exported. In spite of, we enjoy the taste, we enjoy the, employment opportunities, but similarly, our culinary journeys also should travel across the borders and establish many restaurants, authentic restaurants, so that we get good money out of our culinary systems. So thank you, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
I would like to make two appeals to the policymakers in this, from this platform, because CF gave us a great opportunity to discuss about the culinary on this platform. Because see, from the Vizag, culinary visibility is very low. So somewhere this will help us to appeal to the policymakers. Every industry has challenges. Likewise, and culinary hospitality industry also have some challenges. In that too, what we are identifying. One is right eats and safe food, that awareness. So till today, in our communities, there is no education on right eats and safe food. We are still looking for a junk food everywhere, right? So this is the one appeal, how we can put it in an education system from the childhood about right eats. One thing. Other thing, I started 30 years ago, 96 I started, and I am from very rural village from Srikakulam, Kottur Mandalam called, the 300 houses village. So I seen cooking, my mother was cooking on wood fire. From there I started my journey, and wood fire was our tradition. That's what the option that time available. So those I seen in my in the hotel also. Today we moved to the technology. Today we are using all the automation mechanism in our cooking system, like Altosam and rational ovens and the use self-cooking technology we are using. But now, the moving forward, the culinary profession, the people are very low, the students are opting very low, because the people moving to IT and medicine, and other sectors, white collar job, because culinary is like a little tough due to the hard time. You need to have a passion. So there is a gap it's a gap developing, huge gap developing in the demand and supply of the talent, right talent. That the policy maker needs to come up with something, some idea, some support system to get more people into this journey. Because see, there is a huge F&B growing in the worldwide. There is a lot of opportunity in abroad. In the Europe, taking our talent huge, because in Europe, dosa is very much famous. Europe, South Indian, Andhra food is very much famous everywhere. So people ready to buy our talent. The talent is not producing as the demand is there. So there's a huge gap coming up. Somewhere the appeal to the policy makers come up with some strategy. Yeah. And thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, culinary discussion on this kind of platform.
Just a round, one more round we will go and finish it. We will round it up. Because Madam Rajeshwari is there and she is leading one of the largest catering, leading the largest catering institutes in Vizag. They have in the 3 campuses together more than 6,000 students I heard. So that is one big institute. But I wanted to ask her, what is happening in the industry? Why people are... Rupesh has told, where is that mismatch is happening? I will quote one example, what we can do for దీనికి ఏం చేస్తామని మీరు చిన్న సజెషన్ చెప్పండి మీరు ఆ లైన్లో ఉంటారనుకుంటున్నాను. When the students go for ODC, they pay more, but they join for regular job, they pay less. That is the problem. That is the problem. That is a major problem. What is happening? Why this mismatch? And administrators are not taking it up. There is a great mismatch between that. And these catering institutions only supply the luxury sector of the catering industry, not other industries. That this thing, pilgrimage tour is there, another tour called adventure tour is there. This section we are not touching. We are touching only the luxury, and in the luxury section, what's happening is 40% less manpower shortage as of today. Vizag is going to have immediately within the coming 2-3 years at least 5-6 more international brands with more than 200 rooms. From where the manpower will come, how they are going to face it, we don't know. But this is there. But takers of the course is less. How do you? Situation.
So, sir, before I answer to your question, I also want to talk on a point to address to Rupesh Garu. Like, as Rupesh sir said, there's a gap which we are finding huge, there's a huge gap, and students are like preferring more towards IT sector rather than coming towards culinary. You know, being associated with the hotel management college since around 7 years now, what I believe, what I have seen, I really understand. Hoteliers is like completely, they find that gap, as sir has said, mentioned. And to fill that gap is where our educational institutions are working for, wherein, yes, we have more than 6,000 students per year over AP and Telangana with around 6 branches now. So wherein we are trying to make people understand the point where, you know, the food science and the food technology, as mentioned by sir, that people need to understand the technology, understand the science behind the food, wherein they can actually go and take up what is needed to consume the food. Like they're saying, we are what we eat. So which means we build ourselves as per the nutrition that we are taking, the food that we consume. It is, nowadays people are more cautious about their health, and even in not just people, it's like even the government putting a lot of efforts to make people understand the importance of organic things, make people understand the importance of having a balanced diet, having a healthy life, So I believe educational institutions, we are actually bridging in between the hotels and the students. People actually understand how important to live healthy with properly understanding the food science. Like as Sir has so well explained, the story behind millets, right? It is actually needed, and the education institutions are really working. That's where we try to build up that quality and make people understand, make students understand how important it is to have that quality. Maintain that quality, that's where actually we can globally as well work. If we want to cross the borders, we need to have maintained quality, which is highly needed nowadays. Here, it was a different case. People at probably my grandparents, they don't have to be taught about the quality. They knew it. And all that quality was being like, there's no one to tell, I should say. And now again, people realize and started realizing, though there are a lot of junk foods outside, though there is kind of a living where people are quite attached to their like nightlife or say the other kind of a living. And at the same time, I believe there is also a kind of a people who understand, yes, we need the right quality of living, and to make people understand, probably we are quite helping, and it is quietly needed actually nowadays. So that's where, though there are both the things, and the government is also helping, and I believe they should do that. And to make this all possible, even we are trying to make people move from one country to other country. We have our students well established themselves in all over the globe now, wherein recently we have been signed up an MOU with the cruise lines, and we have signed up in like in this recent CIA summit, wherein our college has taken up been given an investment of, agreed for taking up 150 crores of investment to provide probably say the opportunities for all the students. It would be like more than 6,000 jobs we can cater, provide our students with the growing tourism and hotel industry all over the globe. So I believe I could have answered your questions. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hans India and HMTV, for giving us this wonderful platform to share our thoughts today. And I would really appreciate that culinary or the food being given such an importance to discuss today, as along with the other sectors. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to ask Sir Rupesh Garu. He is a man of spending, cooking 55,000 meals per day, a large-scale catering. What are the difficulties he faces in handling such kind of mass operation? What are the manpower shortages facing? And sir, let us have some exposure about the chefs association and the food exhibitions also. Some knowledge about that also.
Yeah, so we are closing this now. Thank you so much for the organizing committee and the team, and this is a great platform for us to share our thoughts. Thank you so much to each and everyone.
I would like to call Mr. Gauri Shankar Garu for your great support to make this event great success. Supriya ma'am, please. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Also call Hans India team and HMTV team to come on the stage to have a group photo.